It's a new link.
New link.
Okay, so
So
let me get the new link. Let's see. This should be a share option.
should we keep this up here? We need it.
I just want that link. Oh, here it is, right here. Then you can like text it to us.
Just send it to me. Maybe super people that's
12, 14.
That's cool, but
Turn it up a little bit.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We had to change the link, so sorry for the delay. So we're trying to post it. We're trying to post a new link. We had technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm trying to send it to everybody. Okay. All right. I'm gonna post it. Let's see. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. 8:30. So Haitian time. So like I said, we're trying to hurry and get this up and running. We've never been live before, so.
Nope, I'm done.
You're done? I'm over here like, oh, this.
I'm done. Let me see.
We got 13 people in here. Thank you for joining and being on time.
Yes. I got the new link. Okay, perfect. New link. So now I need to, let's see. Send this to Instagram.
16 people. Let's go.
Merci.
Probably all girly people.
It won't be probably all my people. All right, so let's see.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't know anybody else. Y'all know the people I know.
Alrighty, let's see. I'm trying to post this. I'm going to charge it to the phone. Oh, here it goes. Let me delete this. Edit. Next.
Tell the people where y'all live from. Hey, Stupid Live.
Where is that? Where the? Oh, can I grab it? Where is it?
Oh. Vamos business got to make this with you. Yeah, more. All right, I updated it. I changed it.
We're at 22 people now. Let's go. Gotta go closer.
There you go.
Gotcha. We're live from Superb Tax LLC. You'll see it right here. Boom, boom.
You got to do it like the people do it like this to make it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't no YouTuber.
Go
Actually, I am a YouTuber. Check out my channel. I'll put it in the comments. But, you know what I mean? He let us rent out his little studio.
Little?
Yeah.
Little.
You know what I'm saying?
In his office.
Well, this is the studio inside the office.
Yes, sir.
So,
right, so
multi-services, guys.
Yeah.
let me change. I have to send it to one more link. I don't know.
just you have to look up my channel.
archive channel.
My channel is,
So I had to
I think it's
post-
just Ricky
let me
T
see
1224. I don't think
one
it's a, actually.
Okay, this is your new update. Let me see.
Look up Ricky T 1224. You might as well go live from your phone,
You
man.
mind passing me my beverages?
We don't advertise for that.
Oh, that's right. I can't advertise, right?
Hello, 26 people. Say hi. I'm on the TV,
Hey,
mommy.
y'all subscribing to the
KK.
wrong channel, man. Let
What do
me
you
pull
mean
up
they
my.
subscribing to the wrong channel?
This ain't the main channel. This is my personal.
Okay, so I have to send it to one more. Change it on Facebook. Oh God. Okay. That's
I
111.
literally have nobody else I can send to. Everybody I know.
You can go live on your own Instagram or something like that.
And do what?
But you only see you.
Oh,
You
no,
guys
no.
talking on.
Probably.
That's the channel y'all need to subscribe to. I'll put it in
So
there.
that-
Did you just feel like a commercial, bro?
No, but they subscribing to this channel. This is my
That's not your
channel.
channel?
This is my personal channel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this.
I'm trying to show you the Instagram thing.
No, I don't know.
You don't want to?
I just want to express my deepest condolences for the loss.
So
Yeah.
we have the reaction of our kids looking at us on TV.
Oh, they see us?
Yeah, they see us.
Yeah.
Hi Abby. Hi KK. Hi Juju. Hi Paige. Hi Izzy. Hi Winter. Hello. I
We gotta
know.
look that. We gotta
I
look
know.
that way.
So that way.
We see you. We see you.
Am I ashy?
Are you ashy?
Yeah,
It's too late for that.
I think everybody can hear you.
No, my hands are like.
I told you the promotion before we started.
It's HD. They can see all the facts.
We just hit 31. We over 30.
31, all right. We're gonna start 8:30. 8:30. We had some technical difficulties. We're waiting 15 minutes. Yes, we're gonna start.
Anybody in this chat?
You know Sharon.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
David. You
Yeah.
know
Mishna.
Mishnah.
These are people that
Sharon,
we
David,
know amongst each other.
Lionel.
I'm trying to see if I know anybody that.
James.
Norelia.
What's the channel?
Ricky T. 1224. Wait.
Why?
No, I was saying what? This one Ricky T.
RICK.
Why?
Thank you,
YT.
Ashley.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1224.
I don't know who's D. It just says
Who's
D.
D?
I don't know.
Oh, that's one thing.
Ernest is hoping that's his.
Disclose yourself, D.
Maybe Deanna.
Mark that.
Hi, Mishna.
Of course, girly's person.
Hey, Yolene. Deanna.
So we're on the second one, right?
No, the one on top.
On this one.
That, you can't even see, yeah.
The one with the big forehead. That one. Your forehead.
Mine?
Yes. My necklace all sideways. Oh, Amber. Okay.
Look, I see.
Look, I see.
What time?
Wow, 35. It's 18.
'cause James-
All right, in the comments, guess Ernest's age.
Yo.
In the
Did
comments,
someone
y'all
say
guess
that?
Ernest. I'm telling them to
Oh.
comment what y'all think Ernest's age is. And if you know it, don't
It
comment.
rhymes with her.
Yeah, 30 people watching.
Yeah, we're at 36 right now.
All right, D. That's
Deanna
what's
said
up.
38. That's
Not
good,
quite
that's
yet.
good.
Not quite yet.
52.
Some of them Bobby 52. SL put 43. God.
Whoa.
SL, state your
SL?
name, please.
Please disclose yourself.
Who is SL?
I don't know. I'm not 43 years old. If I'm 43, then girl is 70.
Oh.
Who's that taking?
Let's see.
Absolutely.
819. So
We were being funny. Okay, thank you. SL.
Lionel says 36.
36.
See?
That's what's up, Lionel. Okay, thank you, Lionel.
Yeah.
I appreciate
But who's
that.
SL? He's probably 37. Okay.
SL, you got it on the money.
You 37?
I am 37.
No, SL put 43.
No, then she.
And-
Oh,
he or
I'm not
she-
talking about that one. SL. Who's SL? Think about it real
Once
quick.
again, thanks for being patient with us. We had some issues earlier, and so now
No.
we're gonna start at 8:30.
37.75. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yo,
I
D
keep
is
looking
pretty,
at this.
pretty okay.
yeah.
Oh, Deanna,
Deanna's, yeah, all right.
that's my friend. She
Somebody
knows.
put bingo.
Bingo.
All right.
Bobby said,
Bobby.
yeah.
Bobby, what up, Bobby? Thanks for tuning in.
See, that's one person for you.
Yeah.
Stamina, Bobby.
Stamina,
Yeah.
But
see?
we could have just had like a text message conversation about that.
Okay, I'm gonna text you. Okay.
It's too late now. You already put it on.
It is. Okay.
What's popping?
All right.
We here, bro. We here, bro. That's what I sound.
Mhm.
Okay.
Watch yourself.
I don't
YouTube.
know.
I put it right
You
here.
don't want to watch yourself.
That can be for extra live. Stream. Put you at 37.
Oh, SL is
Oh, if I
Sharonda.
add myself, right?
Yeah, just go.
So I'm just gonna click on
Hey, Sharonda.
Oh, man.
All right, so I gotta send it to. There's a few people texting me this to resend the link.
Oh, SL
Okay,
is Sharonda.
Sharonda, yes.
Oh, thanks, Sharonda.
Where were y'all? Where were y'all when we said that?
You finally got the thing going.
38. Yeah.
They couldn't do nothing to make my forehead smaller.
I don't think that's how it works.
Mine is like some type of surgery.
Surgery?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Why you
just.
laugh?
Almost snorted.
Okay, okay.
Hi, Izzy. Hi, Winter.
Look, I see you.
Do you see us? Hi,
Hi.
Izzy.
Is he
Hi, Winter.
You love me?
Oh,
Oh, I remember.
so crude.
Yeah, it's still
A
here.
long time ago. You still got that.
Still here under my computer.
You still got
Right
that.
there, I see it, yeah.
I was like, just in case if
It's funny how this is like super live, but then all this is just like
You can't even tell.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
Just
behind.
turning the phone. See?
Yeah.
All right, so let's. What time is
Uh,
it? 22.
22.
22.
So we got to do another. We got
Pierre.
another.
How's it going, Pierre? Man, I appreciate you coming on.
Oh, see, and you got Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. I
Look
can't
at
miss
this.
Jerry. Thanks, man.
So you got
Appreciate you
people.
coming on.
All right. Guess how tall Ernest is? Yes, we're focusing on Ernest.
Why?
Because you say you don't get any attention.
We're giving you all the
We give you
attention right now.
attention. You say you don't get a lot of
Why are you
attention.
saying these things on live?
You say
Oh,
you
we're
don't-
live?
You say you don't get a lot of attention. They always know Girly. They know Ricardo.
That way I can
A lot
send
of
the
people
middle.
know you.
I can send the middle guy.
But then they know more about you.
Okay,
Who
Yeah.
else?
gotcha. Okay. 6'5", Ashley. Bobby, you got
6'5". Wow.
it. Ashley,
6'5".
it's not 6'2". No, I wish. I am 6'0", period.
Period.
All right, so.
Guess how tall Girly is.
I'm
I'm 5'3".
And guess how old she is.
Copy.
I'm not.
Thanks,
I'm,
Ashley, for your guess.
I'm nowhere near 40. Okay. Stay over there.
If we round your age up,
If we round your age up. Okay. Okay.
Bobby said
We got
21.
Bobby?
Yeah. And then Lubin said you're 5.5. Steve says you're 4'8".
Oh, Deanna. 4'8".
Wes is the perfect 5'5".
Yo, 3'2". Bobby said 3'2".
Lubin,
You only said
Rebecca.
you're 38 years old.
Who said I'm 38? Cousin, you only okay. I'll take.
Got it.
Well,
Stay on.
what's going on with this thing? All right.
Yeah, that's
Not a problem.
8:24 on our time.
Oh,
Let
somebody
me
said
see.
before.
Bobby said 21 plus.
That's accurate.
Stamina, 3. Are you trying to say I'm 32 or 3 inches?
I think you're trying to say you're 3 inches. 3 foot 2
Why I can't be
inches.
32?
That was a long time ago. Long time ago.
Not that long.
Unfortunately.
There's something else you can do there. Oh,
We
cricket.
cricket.
We cricket.
Ah,
All right,
Jen?
we about to.
We gotta do this. No, we gotta do it. We gotta make ourselves straight. There we go. We still a little bit cricket though.
That's a little
Oh, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
That's good.
There you go.
I'm just trying to figure out why is this light so bright on my
You
forehead?
do that.
Maybe they don't notice.
This is ridiculous. I think it's just like more.
Somebody said
Okay.
girls 35. All right, how old do you guys think Ricardo is?
I have no age.
There you go. Finally.
Look at Ricardo.
Look at
Look at
my
Ernest.
teeth.
I think we can take a picture of that.
Oh, I
That's
can't. That's all.
Oh, my God, I'm moving.
yeah, mine's just about to die. All right, so let's see. Naraya, you see this forehead? Yes.
Oh, Ashley said
Rebecca
I'm
said
29. I'm
33.
taking that one.
Rebecca,
I'm
I'll
taking
take the
29.
33.
I'll take the 29. I'll take the 29.
Wait.
They're
Oh, we're talking about Ricardo.
Yeah.
Is Ricardo 34? Okay, Ricardo, you're 33, right?
Just don't tell the people.
Ernest
You're
Nichols a guess.
I know that.
See, that's why it's funner to pick on you.
I got too
All
excited.
right. Yeah, 37.
I'm the darkest one. Why is that? I need more light.
The
You
light-
were adopted? Do you forget? Oh,
yeah,
that's
we can
it.
take that one
That was
story.
part of my-
Yeah.
You zoomed it out?
No.
Not really, no.
Because it looks zoomed in.
On the video,
Yeah.
it looks fine to me.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
it looks here and then here. How does it look out there?
Zoomed in.
You think
Well, I
so?
mean, it's
I'm
fine if you guys want it.
You want to zoom it out?
So you can see it. The wall looks fine.
Oh, it does.
So
That's
how
what
do
you
you how you want to fix it? Can we fix it?
All right. It's the 826.
I don't know.
That's the longest.
It
We can
says
just-
21.
James clocks are always wrong.
Well, it was more about I don't know.
All right. All right, let me see.
Wait.
Jure, BFF, Jure.
There we go.
Now my people gonna like, why you didn't do that to me?
It says BFF. That's why, you know.
Okay.
Okay. Kendra, cousin Kendra. Let's see. Alrighty.
Yeah, edit this. Right?
How you, can you
Edit.
edit it?
You can edit. I can download it.
Edit what?
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it on there.
Yeah. Whatever. However.
You might as well just stop this.
Ah, I don't know.
Stop it.
Yeah,
No, we
you're
need a
just
picture.
taking up bandwidth for no
We
reason.
need a picture. 827. We, they got a friend for you.
Hey, what up, son?
Hello.
What it do?
305. Hi. Oh, Mishna. I probably say hello to Kendra.
All this reverb.
Yeah. Dude,
I was trying to listen. I was trying to put the thing on mute.
it's fine.
It's fine,
okay.
man.
It's
I
fine.
think it's fine.
So we gotta stop. We gotta like look here.
I know, because I keep looking
'Cause I
this
keep
way.
looking this
Oh, I
way.
can see a little bit of the yellow.
Babe, you gotta fix that.
Just pull it forward a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Mm-mm.
Forward or backwards.
Forward, because then
now you have
it'll be
this.
out of the frame.
Just move the chair.
No, the camera has to move forward.
Yeah, move the chair forward.
That won't. The camera
We're
has
still
to move.
having
off the-
technical difficulties.
There we go. There we go. That's perfect.
Can't this laptop be in the middle? So, because we're looking dead at this.
No, this laptop is for me. It's mine.
Well, keep it like
No,
this way so I
I'm
can
joking.
look.
I'm joking. You can move your phone.
Oh, I'm not even-
All right, so let's
it's a
go
delay.
ahead because my phone died.
29. All right, 1 more minute.
Oh, we got 49 people on here.
Woohoo.
Ask them how they see you guys.
You guys can hear us and see us clearly, right? Because they were answering our questions.
How do you guys see the angle of the camera? Does it all look all right?
We got one thumbs up. Yes, we can hear you. We can see you.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Good evening.
Hey, Mark.
What it do?
And then Mark.
We.
Wait a minute.
Hey, cousin Rose, New York.
Okay.
Thank you. Deposited 305.
I thought you were saying they deposited 305.
I
wouldn't
I
feel
wish
that
somebody had
count.
deposited 300.
Deposited 305.
You deposit
Could you let
305.
us know who you are?
305, 305. Bubby, you super light skinned. The thumb. All right, 8:30.
All right.
All right. GT's my look. I guess.
You know that
L
is?
lover.
You know what it is?
Nope. Alrighty.
We're going. Nope. So we gotta look at this.
Look at this.
Don't look at this.
So
8:31. 8:31.
we're gonna try to look at this as opposed to the laptop here. That way we're speaking directly to you all. Grilly, I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay.
As the eldest.
First of all, everybody thought you were the oldest until the funeral. Everybody thought you were the oldest.
Now we've made it clear that you're the oldest.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Thanks once again for joining in. I'm going to try my hardest to look forward at the camera, not the laptop and the phones that are here. We sent the post out saying that we wanted to talk about my dad's story, what he's gone through, and also what led up to his passing. A lot of people thought it was a bad thing when we had posted that, but it really wasn't. It's just that we're not used to funerals. We didn't know what to expect. And the simple fact that, let me take this off because
It's
You
echoing.
can hear yourself.
yeah, I could hear myself echoing. Let me see.
iPhone.
But it's all about Samsung.
Your phone can't go that loud. That's why you can't hear it.
Yes, iPhone. So we wanted to address certain things because, like I said, we don't go to a lot of funerals. I think I've been to maybe 3, and that's grandpa, grandma, and my husband's
Mother.
grandmother. I don't remember none of these.
You know,
But so we thought at the funeral they would have spoke more about our father and just how amazing he was. So we didn't get the opportunity. Had we known it would have went that way, the way it went, we would have probably spoke about him. So once again, thank you for all the love, the support, the text messages, you know, visiting, the amount of things that you guys sent to us, especially everybody that contributed to Acacia because her birthday was the following week when the situation happened. Sending, school supplies, buying shoes, just loving on my kid. So thank you everyone for that. Before we start, I don't know if Ernest or Ricardo have anything to say or add on to that.
I echo what Gurley says. Just all the love and support. I didn't realize the people that I knew, and the support that they provided. Unfortunately, it has to be in this situation where that love came out. But I do appreciate you all for traveling, going, beyond. I can name a handful of people that I don't want to put anybody out like that, but a lot of people really came out and really showed the love and care that they had for us. So again, I appreciate that from you guys. So that said, the whole point of this live was to be able to talk more about our father, and a lot of you that are on here knew him. Some of you didn't know him, but I think we weren't aware of the opportunity to discuss more about him during the funeral until after the fact. We realized, well, we could have done it here and there and everywhere else. So this is our way of, again, paying homage to Pops and the life that he lived while he was here.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody who. A lot of people reached out. People I haven't talked to in a while. They came out. People made sacrifices. Even people that didn't know him, directly, but they knew, the product of him, which is the 3 of us. And just coming to support us, help us in any way. Whether that was through calling, texting, coming out to the house or anything like that. So I just want to say I appreciate the love that we got during that time.
And also, not to continue on this. But even though the people who's on there, how many we have?
52.
We got 52 people on there, and you guys have already shown support and showing even more support by showing out today. Despite the technical difficulties we had, you guys still stayed along with us. So much love to you all. Much appreciated from you all. And we hope that we can, not in this situation. I mean, no one wants to be in this situation, but if the time comes, anything that you guys are doing, that we can do whatever we can to support you all as much as you supported us in this time. So that said, I don't know if anybody else have anything else. Oh, you the goat.
Thanks, babe.
You don't see the support that just crawled through.
He crawled down here.
Went
Give
prone and crawled.
everybody a charger,
Yeah.
So
Appreciate you, man.
thanks, babe. Thanks. All right. So with that being said, we wrote so many notes, but we're gonna go all over the place. We're gonna try not to keep you guys too long, considering it's a school night.
Not only that, we were 30 minutes late.
Absolutely, yes. Not because we're Haitian, but we really did have technical difficulties. So did you want to start off with
Really quick? I don't want it to.
Go ahead.
go
No?
Okay, I don't want it to sync, or I don't know how.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Oh, I don't know. I don't.
Trust this computer.
Okay.
I don't trust you, my friend.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, you're still charging. All right, bet. I got a lot of stuff that I wrote down. But I think I don't know if we want to make this like conversational or if it's just kind of like we just start blurbing stuff out about Dad. But I started off just by talking about growing up with Dad and how much he worked, and despite Mom was almost always there, it's when Dad came home. You guys remember back in the day when Dad would come home, like Daddy,
Yeah.
would just
run up to him and jump
he
on
will
him.
lift us as much as he can.
Yeah.
And then Monday through Saturday was all about Dad working. But Sundays,
Yeah.
boy, that's when the strictness came out. Right, we got to get up, get ready for church.
Devotion.
I wrote that down where I'm not going to steal your story, Ricardo, but we had a devotion every Sunday that one of us was tasked to do, right? So this week was me, next week was Girly, next week was Ricardo, Dad, Mom, so on and so forth. And Ricardo came up with this pretty clever devotional that till this day, I think Dad is wowed about. And Ricardo, I'm going to give it to you if you want to talk about that devotion. Do you remember it?
Yes, I do.
You do.
So yeah, so we used to like Ernest said, we used to do our own devotional, and we had to have verses and everything. And I found the verse. I wish you guys would have told me you was gonna say the story. I would have found the verse where it was actually talking about yeah, we should pull it. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up. But it was talking about how children get tired too. And it was just kind of funny because we were kids or whatnot, and we don't work, we just we're at home, go to school, that's it pretty much. And there was a passage where
Isaiah 40 30 31. Even youths, I'll let you read it, bro.
Yeah,
we can co-mingle.
Even youth grow tired and weary, and the young men stumbles and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. Wait. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. So I pulled that that scripture out,
Dad
and
was speechless. Dad was speechless for the first time. He's like, you know what? That's a good one.
Yeah. So that was a memorable devotion that we did.
Rose.
So yeah,
man. And so that, and then let me see. So for me, I don't know if you want to go first, Girly.
You can continue.
So for me, it was mostly growing up. I was.
Love you.
If you guys can keep me honest here, I was the rebellious one.
Yes.
For the most part.
It's because you're adopted. That's fine.
So I'm adopted. Fine. That's kind of the whole joke here. But it was mostly the things that I would do that my siblings wouldn't do, the trouble I would get into that my siblings caused, sitting on the remote control
Can't confirm or deny.
early in the morning,
can't confirm
falling
or deny.
asleep.
Can't confirm or deny.
My dad used to say, "Oh, Tupac, I say mistake. Everything you do is a mistake." Everything was a mistake because they would cause me to get in trouble. But anyhow, Dad had a really good, like, big heart to heart with me. I want to say it's like 19 years old, just graduated high school, decided to take a year off of school before I go to college. And Dad noticed that I wasn't quite doing what he expected of us.
Mhm.
I think Dad had a really high expectation of us, and I wasn't doing it. So he had that heart-to-heart conversation with me. Dad said to me, either you're going to go to school or you're going to pay some bills in this house. Boy, I registered the next day because I was not going to be paying any bills in that house. But anyhow, it was that and a number of other things that I can remember Dad saying that kind of sparked me to become the man I am today, right? After having that conversation with him, he pulled me aside and opened up his wallet. Dad had before I get into that, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had no bills, but I was paying for whatever bills I did have, car payment, insurance,
Phone
whatever,
bill.
phone bill, and then buying stuff in a nonsense way, right? Video games, shoes, whatever it was.
Clothes.
And he pulled me aside and said, look, he had 3 paychecks in his wallet, not cashed. He's like, you know what? I don't need this money. I've done enough investments in my life that this money is great, but what I've set aside for myself to work for me is more sufficient, is more than what you're doing, because all I was doing was spending money, right? As a result, man, again, the person I am today has a lot to do with the wisdom that Dad has instilled in me. And a lot of that wisdom I still take today. People say, what would Jesus do? Yeah, I do that too. But I also say, what would Dad do? Right? Because he's been such I don't know how to explain it without calling him a deity, but he was such an impact in the things that I've done, where even the decisions I've made going back to school, plus with Jessica, remember how Jessica was, man. She was in school like crazy. We were in competition with each other. Sundays, we would go to the library together, and I'm sitting there not even knowing what I'm doing, but she's over there. And now, man, between her and Dad, and of course, Mom, the moment I had a conversation with Dad, I decided to enroll. Mom gave me her credit card, said, buy what you need. I went to, is it Office Depot? I got a laptop, books, everything that I needed. And then now I am the man I am today because, again, that conversation he had. I'm going to stop then. I don't want to take too much of the time.
That was good. Ricardo?
So to go back to when Daddy used to go to work, I remember me and Ernest used to fight all the time. And so they had to devise a plan. One of us had to go to a friend's house or our cousin's house, Mark, or the other one would have to go to work with my dad. And I remember wanting to go to work with my dad because he would like open the atlas and find places before MapQuest, before GPS and everything like that. And then one day he told me to open the atlas and he was like, "Do you know how to read it?" My dumb behind thinking, you know how you're in like elementary school and they teach you how to like read a map? I thought it was the same thing. Nah, it is not. He's like, find this address for me. And I'm like, okay. So I opened it. I didn't even know what I was doing. And he's like, do you know how to read it? And I'm like, no. And he's like, all right, let me show you. And like, he literally showed me how to read like an atlas. And it's crazy because like I said, that was before MapQuest. That was before GPSs and everything like that. So that's I remember wanting to go to work with my dad, as opposed to, being at home or fighting Ernest,
It was rough, man.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
That's when Dad told me he loved me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story. So a client told him to tell me, but I took it. I love you too, Dad. Because Haitian, man. They don't
say no.
But he didn't have to say I love you.
Yeah.
We knew that he
just
loved us.
you just knew that he did. Yeah, man.
That was. So I'm gonna piggyback on both what they both said. Ernest was definitely the rebel of the family. I mean, the first to
Hey
get
now.
his
No
hair
detail.
braided.
Mhm.
Come on.
The first one to get his ears pierced. First one to get tatted up. You know what I mean? The list goes on, but I won't go into details. But we always felt like he got away with everything. It was like, oh my God, Ernest can do no wrong. He didn't want to go to school no more. What did you want to do again? You wanted to be
The ice cream
a
truck. Oh,
mechanic.
let me see that.
Bro, I was like 12
My
years
mom.
You, how about the ice cream truck business you want to do?
I was like,
He wanted to do ice cream truck. He wanted to be a mechanic. Haitians, you already know if you're not an avocat, doctor, you're not. What else? What other nurse?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want
Engineer.
engineer. You
That's it.
nothing.
Mhm.
So when this boy said he want to be a mechanic, oh my God.
Mom
My dad was like, you might as well leave school right now. My mom literally took this boy by the, because he was like 12, upside down and literally body slam him. It was not funny, but it was
Tombstone.
funny.
Oh yeah,
You know,
because you guys love my torture.
yeah.
No.
With Ricardo, on the other hand, he was just bad. Like you cannot, like God did so much to change Ricardo's life because this boy was just absolutely
man.
bad. There are times where him and Ernest would fight. For example, what he would do is Ernest loved to spend money, like he said, on shoes, clothes, watches, and stuff like that. So they used to fight for the remote. Whoever wakes up first, they get the remote on Saturdays, right? So if
Seat lock.
Ernest, got up first, seat lock, got the remote. Your phone is over there, babe. Your phone is right there. Bye. You're welcome. So what would end up happening is they'll fight. So Ricardo's like, you know what? He'll do this, and then he'll just start hitting the wall or whatever, and then he would just take all of Ernest's clothes, right? And he'll bleach all of the clothes. Can you bleach white? No. So you know what he did? He took red juice, gallon of red juice, pour it all over his white clothes.
That and chocolate.
Then
chocolate,
chocolate.
Chocolate.
Then he takes the mattress, bring it outside in the rain. Then this boy took a knife and stabbed Ernest in the foot.
I threw it.
It was not quite a stab. It was more like a poke.
I threw it and I missed.
You cried.
Because I was trying to get him in trouble. It didn't work.
Okay.
I missed, guys. Don't let them. Don't let them. I intentionally missed.
Joe, why is she putting that on there?
But Ernest, so Melissa said, Melissa said, well, everybody already see it. So Melissa said, I remember when we crashed your car. Oh my God.
Wait, guys, my mom and dad does not know about this
till this day. My mom is on this live. She's gonna find out today. She's gonna know today. It says, Ernest, I remember when you crashed your car and we got in trouble on both ends, but the parents kept in touch and were forgiven. Our families will have that connever correct. So,
that was a Maxima.
Okay.
That's another thing. All these things that we're saying, never have my dad ever got to the point. My mom, on the other hand, my dad, he's never gotten to the point. I don't know if they got whoopings from my dad. I didn't.
You don't remember the leather belt?
I wasn't there.
Okay, let me tell you. My dad had one belt specifically, I feel like, for whooping us. It wasn't. He never wore it. It was practically in brand new condition. He would only use it to whoop us. Girlie was a girl, so maybe she didn't get whoopings.
That was good.
Girlie learned her lesson after her first whooping.
By my mom. At the age of 5.
Remember when grandma used to this? I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So you guys didn't get as many whoopings as I did.
You don't know that.
Huh?
You don't know that.
Well, you got more whoopings than I did? I used to come home. Mom is, I feel like mom was a ninja. I would come home and she's by the curtains. She got the switch in her hand and open it up. Pow! I was like,
Remember they used to make us pick a switch outside?
I used to take the smallest one.
The flimsiest one, and that's what the worst ones.
Yep.
Yeah,
so needless to say.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna have
my bad.
We don't want to hold people too long.
Yeah.
Needless to say, we say all this because my dad never, like I said, to me, I never saw him super mad. Like he'll just show you he's mad at the moment in time. Yeah, the moment in time or whatever, but it was never anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything so bad. So we want to just segue or move on to other details
Mhm.
in his life as far as his cousins, people that he was around. My dad would give you the shirt off his back.
Mhm.
He would give you, if he had 50 cents, you got a quarter. My dad saw no evil in anybody. There are many people who've done him wrong in the past. He's told us stories, and I mean they hurt. Like I mean some terrible things, but he still, forgave them because he always taught us about forgiving. We grew up in a very strict Christian household. When I say strict, only to the point where we had to go to church. You know what I'm saying? They gave, we still live our life. Like if we were dating, they wanted us to bring the individuals at our house so everybody knew who was with who or whatever. And if we were to go somewhere, they were okay with that. But when I say strict, like we spoke about devotion, my dad made sure every Sunday we did devotion. So what devotion basically was for him, we had to preach basically. Sunday, one is, like one Sunday is for him, one for Ricardo, one for myself. So you would have to come with a verse, talk about that verse, and then I don't want to say preach, but you'll, basically give a little summary about it or whatever. And after that, we got a chance to talk about every single thing that's going on in our life. I'm talking about deep, I mean, nitty gritty when it came to intimacy, relationships, situations, like bullying, or if we've gone through things with coworkers, if we had issues with our mom, because it was crazy, but it was just devotion for us. My mom wasn't a part of it because she went to church super early. So we just wanted to talk about that. We'll get back to more personal thing because, like I said, I know we don't want to take up too much of your time. I think it's 8:51.
We still got 48 people on here,
which is great. Y'all hanging in. I don't know if it's hanging in by a thread. Y'all hanging in. But we wanted to get into details of what was going on with our dad, and then we'll probably go back to the amazing individual that he was. Once again, in the beginning, if you didn't log in, we started off late at 8:31. Considering, like I said, we had a lot of technical difficulties. We're not in our house, so it's like trying to get the internet, trying to get the camera, because this is the camera where we're looking at this laptop. We have a laptop here.
We're so conceited with the see ourselves.
And then, mind you, we're all married, right?
I know, right?
So,
and these are half of them are our cousins.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
So, yep. So, let's get into what was going on with my dad. My dad was diabetic. He ended up eventually going to kidney failure. So he went to start doing dialysis. I think in 2019, maybe
2019, yep.
2019 on his birthday, July 29. Every time he went to the hospital, I think he went 3 or 4 times on his birthday, July 29, right? Maybe 3 times.
I think
3, 4. Yeah.
19, 20,
Okay,
21.
21. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So 3 times on his birthday, July 29th. He would just get sick or whatever. So eventually he went into kidney failure. So he went to dialysis. For people who don't understand or know what dialysis is basically when your kidneys are not like you when you have to use the bathroom, you have to urine or whatever. Where he wasn't able to urinate and he kept too much fluid in his body. So basically, he would go through dialysis. Some places 3, 4, 5 hours, and it's not a good feeling. Basically, you have a fistula in your arm. Some people have, well, if you go to dialysis center, yeah, it'll be a fistula in your arm. And what you do is you just literally sit there for hours. And like I said, it's painful because they have to stick you. So he would sit there and once again, flushing out stuff, fluids in and out or whatever. And he drove himself every day, faithfully to and from. There was an incident where some people know where my dad was robbed at gunpoint, December 24th on his birthday. The scariest thing of our life. You know what I'm saying? We were devastated because at that time he was they had a transportation system for his clinic or whatever, and that's what made him start driving himself there. For people who do know, in broad daylight, my dad was, that was the worst.
He had to walk home.
He had to walk home with one shoe or two or whatever. You robbed this man. He just came from dialysis.
Took his clothes off his back.
His clothes
made
off
him
his
switch
back.
the clothes. Yeah.
Switch his clothes with some other stuff that they had. Took his money. And
we on live.
We on live. We can't talk about that part with you.
We already know
what we had to do afterward to find this person. I think we is on here.
Yeah, he on here.
You already know what went down. But let's move forward on from that. So from then on, my dad was taking himself to dialysis. So he went into kidney failure. Needless to say, there was certain diets that he had to keep up and certain things he was doing and whatever. And like I said, he was doing great. There were times where my dad would end up going to the hospital because of the fact that whatever tech is there on a Saturday, he went to dialysis Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But when you have Tuesday, Thursday, you only have one day between. So the next time after Saturday is going to be Tuesday. So you have Sunday, Monday. That's too many days in between. So if you're a great tech, you would take enough fluid from him. So there were plenty of times where the fluid wasn't being taken, that wasn't sufficient enough or whatever. So he would go to the hospital. It never failed. He always would go to the hospital Sunday night / Monday morning. I say that like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. We yeah, we can't speak about that. Yeah. So what would end up happening, he'll go to the hospital, and he'll have dialysis there, and we'll go see him, and then he'll leave 3 days. So that was going on for like maybe
5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times, but like within last year. Coming into this year, same thing. So when we got the phone call August 7th, at 2 something in the morning, my mom was like, hey, same thing. It's always the same phone call, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, your dad came. He's not feeling good. He's going to go to the hospital. Oh, okay, blah, blah.
Same old, same old.
We all have cameras in our home. So I always look in the cameras because we don't live too close to our parents. Look in the camera. I always see when the paramedics come or whatever. After that, I go to sleep. This time, on the camera, you can see that, the paramedics are like dragging my dad from his bedroom. What ended up happening, he woke up, he said he couldn't breathe. And my mom was like, well, put the oxygen, on your nose or whatever, through your nose. And I guess he didn't turn it on, my mom said, or whatever. So when she was trying to get up to turn it on, so he collapsed, basically. So my mom ministered CPR immediately while she told my dad's niece, Eladine, to call 911. My mom said they came rapidly fast. And they, once again, they tried to minister CPR. They dragged him literally on the camera. You can see them dragging him, no covers, no nothing. And, trying to, do CPR. If you're in the medical field, you already know 2 to 4 minutes without oxygen is never a good thing. My dad did 20 plus minutes without oxygen. So they took him to the hospital and put him in a CVICU where my cousin Sharon, she was working on that floor, which was incredibly hard for her because this is her uncle, her dad's brother, So having him in CVICU, I got the phone call from her at 7 a.m. Like, hey, I don't know if your dad is in the hospital. Before I could even say anything, I was like, I know. I should have called you. And she was like, no, girly, like he went into cardiac arrest. My heart dropped. I was like, what do you mean cardiac arrest? Like, I know what I mean, but my dad is only, he goes into kidney. If anything, it'll be kidney failure or he needs to go through dialysis. So I don't understand what you're saying. So when she started crying, I already knew how bad it was. So I left work immediately, got to Broad General. And when I get there to see my dad intubated in tubes and all these things, and his, like he's just, he just looks helpless, right? So I'm just in disbelief. By now it's like probably 7:30. I don't know. I'm in disbelief. Like, okay, he comes here often, and I never seen this. I'm looking at his vital signs. I'm looking at everything, and I look at the respiratory system. I'm like, why? What's up with all these machines? I already know what it is, but why does he have all this stuff? And that's where Ricardo eventually came, and then they were doing their rounds, and I'm listening to all the rounds or whatnot, and I'm texting all my friends, hey, send a prayer for my dad. He went into cardiac arrest or whatever the case may be. One of my friends, Jackson, was already at the hospital with his cousins or whatnot. And as I'm listening to these rounds and I'm just listening, all I hear is, yes, he was under for 20 something minutes. There's no brain activity. I'm like, no brain activity. Like, how do we connect this heart brain activity? Even though you're in the medical field, everything just go out the window when it comes to your family, your loved one. And I'm just like looking like, so there's hope. What can we do? Science wise, I knew there was no hope. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a Christian, you have to hope for a miracle. And you're trying to be strong for your mom because she's right there, Then you had my little brother that was there as well. So eventually, my brother Ernest came probably around 9 o'clock, and he's driving. He's like, "Yo," when he called me. Normally, when he calls me, he always say money, and I'll be like, I don't know. Sometimes I say something silly.
Down.
I'll be like, "To you to down," or hey, what's going on, or something, But this time I didn't say that, so he knew something was wrong, and I'm walking out because I didn't want to talk too loud. I'm walking out to try to get to him to the garage, and I'm telling my brother, like, hey, are you here? Blah blah. He's like, what's going on? I could tell in your voice something's wrong, and this the most ugliest cry on earth came out, and I forgot my husband was behind me because even though I'm married to him, I'm still shy in certain ways and aspect, whatever. There's certain things I don't do. And all I know, and I'm just like, oh my God, that is not good, or whatever I was telling him. And he was like, no, tell me. And I'm like, you went to cardiac arrest. And I see my brothers going around, or whatever, the car that went, and I'm like, Ernest, get out the car, or whatever. He didn't even get to park the car.
Real quick insert. Jessica, my love, you to go. She caught me mid-drive, put the car somehow in park.
James came.
Opened the door, helped me out, and my wife got behind the wheel. James
got behind the wheel
in park. So, baby, shout out to you for
baby James or baby.
My baby.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Because you said
shout out to you. Because if I was by myself, accident immediately.
So
shout out.
So that walk back to the room, and he's boohoo crying, ugly cry. I'm doing this.
Can't be cute.
You cried. I'm crying, and I mean our vision is getting super blurry because it's like, oh my God, this is reality. Like this is sinking in. So as we get there, like I said, we're listening. And they're like, we're gonna do EKG.
Echo, EKG, MRI.
MRI. They had to do. There was a whole bunch of things they were gonna do, whatever. But when my mom asked the doctor, can he get dialysis? The face that he made, and I already knew like why he looked at her, and I already knew what the answer was gonna be. So he looked at my mom or whatever. My mom was like, "Yes, can you get dialysis or whatever? Because you're supposed to get it today." So the doctor looking at her, and then he looked at me because I was in my scrubs. He looked at me. So he looked at me. I looked at him. He looked at me. I looked at him.
But did you say what
and
he
I'm
said
like,
in terms of after doing the rounds, and he said it. He made a comment that was like sent chills through our spine.
Do you remember the comment?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can tell him the comment.
He said, "Make preparations.
Okay.
Start preparing for
the worst.
For the worst.
The dad that you once knew is not there anymore." That's exactly what he said. Like we had no feelings, but he was saying that that's me. He was saying that no. So we have to stare down or whatever. And I'm like, you heard what my mom said. Just in my head, I'm like, yeah, I would look at my mom the way too, but clearly she has hope. You know what I'm saying? So they was doing dialysis on my dad. And as the reality was sinking in, that was Monday, August 7th, the reality is sinking in. I'm just sitting there listening and watching, and I'm like, my dad is gone. I touch his hands, cold. His feet, cold. Forehead is warm, but I'm like, this is not usual, you know what I mean? So right there and then I already knew at that moment my dad was gone, right? So as we said, later on that day, the doctor came around. He was like, yeah, so we got to do an MRI, but no one is available. I mean, it's busy. In my head, I'm like, which one is it? So he was like, they have to do the MRI later on. I said, okay, fine, whatever. So then that's when he said what he said. He was like, so just letting you guys know, prepare for the worst. The dad that you once knew, he's not there. And in my head, I'm like, is this how they train you? Like, you see us crying. We got booger snots. We on the floor. Like, sir, have some type of sympathy. I already know how some of these doctors work, but like there was no empathy, no sympathy, no nothing. So this is
the nurse tried his best to tell us, hey, there's sometimes this and sometimes that.
So the nurse tried to give us some Nurse Snyder tried to give us some hope.
Schneider.
The way it was spelled, yes, but Schneider was the name. So he tried to give us some hope, right? So he was like, or you guys can do
hospice.
No. Hospice is worse. You guys can do nursing home or whatever. Mind you, the doctor didn't give us any anything like that. He just said prepare for the worst. He didn't even give us the option for hospice, right? So he was explaining that or whatever. So we left. That was Tuesday. That was Monday. Tuesday we go. I didn't go back to work.
None of us.
We didn't go back to work. I spent 8 days at the hospital. So Tuesday comes and they're like, the doctor comes, he's doing the same rounds again. He's like, hey, have you made a decision? I said, well, are there any other options? He was like, no. I said, well, what about nursing home? And he looked at me like, where did you get that idea? Why would you get that type of idea or whatever? He was like, oh, why would you want to do that? That's how he's looking at us or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you could do nursing home. But once again, there's no brain activity. He's not going to be the same. Like there's zero hope, and then he was like, you do know we would have to take out the trach, put a hole in his throat to have him, like, of course, to be on a ventilator, and then put a peg to have him have a feeding tube. Once again, I did the stare down. Okay. So they brought in a caseworker, I guess, social worker, gave us not four options. They called 4 different facilities that will accept for you to be on what is it?
Peg and trach?
No, respiratory, not in a respiratory, on the machine, and ventilator. Yes, thank you. 3 of them deny my dad. 1 says maybe they'll take him if he progressed by Friday. This is Tuesday. Wednesday come, the doctor tells us same thing. Hey, what are y'all gonna do? And I'm like, oh my God, do y'all need a bed? I'll buy you a bed. Like what's the rush? Like, like my poor mom is, she's just as she should be, faithful and just like, all right, is he gonna get dialysis today? Because it's Wednesday now, because we're opposite days now that he's there, and they're like, they did it again for my mom, so now he tells us, okay, here's the situation. No one is accepting your dad, blah, 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 blah. You're going to have to look into hospice. And my mom was like, no. And I was like, okay, that's it. There's no other option. He was like, no. So then he was like, I give you until Friday to make a decision. So we're like, oh, okay. Wednesday come, I speak to my brothers. We asked the same question. Everybody threw it on me. Like, what do you think we should do? Nursing home or hospice? Nursing home, we already knew that he wasn't going to get any better. It's not even an option. So we're like, okay, we're going to have to do, unfortunately, hospice. That's all we have, right? So the hardest thing was to tell my mom, right? As always, oh, girly, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to talk.
You have the better Creole.
My Creole sucks. So I'm just like, oh, okay, sure. So how do I tell mom? So I try to give her the best way to tell her, and of course she didn't agree at first. Who would? This is her husband of how many years, and when I had to show her, I had the paper to show her, like, none of these people are going to accept them to go to a nursing home. This is the quality life of nursing home, then she asked my brothers, what did they think? When they both said they agree, she was like, okay, we all agree, or whatever. It was
because she actually asked us.
She asked us,
instead of us. We thought we were gonna have to talk to her.
Yeah, so she agreed, and that was Wednesday. She agreed. Sorry, she agreed on Wednesday or whatever. Friday come, we had to make the decision. We had to tell them what we're gonna do, blah blah. So they said
hardest day ever.
Yeah,
that's probably Sunday.
Well, that was hard too.
Yeah,
but I'm saying hardest for mom.
Yeah. No, I think Sunday, because that was the day. That was the day. So we're at Friday now. We made a decision.
Snyder's awesome.
No, Friday she signed. That was easy. It was Sunday when we went back. We were supposed to be. Yep. Yeah. We were supposed to be there at 10.
Sorry.
Sunday, they were supposed to take him at 10 o'clock in the morning or something. So we wake up early. We go, and they were like, okay, now we have to sign the papers to transport him. And one of the papers was a DNR, which is do not resuscitate. And she was like, well, do I have to sign it or whatever? And they didn't know. So at the point
Friday, bro, because that's when the black lady was there.
No, it was the day they were supposed to move him.
No, that was Friday. Because remember, the black lady was there. And she's like, no, you have to sign it.
Yeah, I remember that.
He wasn't there on Sunday.
Or was she not there on Monday?
No, she wasn't here Monday.
She wasn't.
But she was probably there. Remember, it was 3 days. It was a 3 day.
It was Friday.
All right.
Anyhow,
So
The
sorry,
the,
sorry.
the
Doesn't
days
matter what
don't
day.
matter,
Yeah.
but pretty much those. So Friday we made a decision. They give us information. All right, boom. Sunday they were supposed to do it at 10 o'clock, but the doctor that needs to sign wasn't there. The one that brought him in, whatever intake
Right.
doctor wasn't there. So now they're like, okay, Monday morning we're gonna do this. So then between Friday and Sunday, one of those 2 days, my mom had to sign it, and then the lady wasn't sure if she had to sign it, so my mom took a stance of not signing it, just in case, because there is stories about people going to hospice and coming back. So
depending on their situation.
Right.
yeah, but there's hope. It doesn't. At the end of the day, there was hope for my mom. So there was hope regardless. So she didn't want to sign it, but then they called maybe 20 like 10 minutes later. They said we have to sign it if we want him to go into hospice. So I think that was the roughest day, no matter what day, whether it's Friday or Sunday. That was like the hardest day because it
Mhm.
was really reality where you're like, okay, I'm pretty much signing his life away, and the reason why we had the time limit was because with the ventilator that he had on at the time is only good for 7 days,
7 days. You
so you have
got.
to decide whether you're going to do the operation to do trach and pec, or to do the home, or to do hospice. Those were the only two options we had, and we had to decide that by Friday. And then they said we had until Sunday. That's when they'll transport him. But then the doctor wasn't there, so we had to come back on Monday and do the whole thing over again.
8 whole days.
Yeah, it was it was tough.
Toughness.
Yeah. So that was the 14th.
The 14th when he died. Yeah.
When they finally transported him to
Sure.
hospice, and we're there from, I think they
We
didn't
were there, so we got there at I think 9.
9.
Yeah.
9
At
a.m.
9 a.m. And finally everything went through, transport and everything else. And they
At
told us
one, it was
I
not
was like, it
until
was late.
yeah.
And that's when they told us, the hospice folks told us that Dad would probably make it
Within minutes.
10 minutes, but he could last for
Up to
weeks.
2 weeks, I think.
Up to 2 weeks. You know, the one thing I know about Dad's strength is that, you know, he knew we still needed him a little bit longer than 10 minutes. He gave us 4 hours and 21 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, as he was leaving, you can just see in his chest
Mm-hmm.
the breathing and how slow it's gotten and how heavy it got and
Mm-hmm.
how hard it was for him to breathe at the end. And I asked the nurse purposely as we were leaving, because we thought we had a little bit more time with him. I asked her, I said, "Hey, is this a good thing?" She's like, "You know what, man? Yeah."
Mhm.
I heard yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided we're gonna leave. And as we left,
We all left.
We all left. Myself,
Except for my mom.
everybody left except my mom. Our spouses left. Everybody left. And Girlie got that call.
So I got the call. They were praying. You had a lot of people there in hospice. They were praying. So as you know, when most Haitian people, like most people, they'll pray. Everybody pray and lift up
Loud.
their voices or whatever. So there's a few things that I wanted to iterate. So once they took, the tube out, my dad breathing was so hard and heavy. So it looked so unreal. Like he just looked like he's sleeping, but he's breathing so hard. He was just literally,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just looking at him like there's no way he's dying or going to die, because once again, what do you mean? He's breathing,
On his own.
he's
This
breathing
is
on
good-
his
this
own.
is
This
good
is good
stuff.
news, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no machine, there's no nothing. And one thing that you guys forgot also was when they had to, initially they gave us the option when to bring him to hospice, right? Initially it was Sunday. They asked us what time. We were like, oh my God, this is a lot,
Yeah.
And then so we were like, okay, 11 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, right? And then Sunday is the day we normally hang out with my mom and my dad. Every Sunday we have family time. So they gave us on Sunday, like Ricardo was saying, we had to sign a DNR and blah blah blah. My mom was like, no, and then it was an error on her part. In hospice, you don't do that because the whole purpose of hospice is, of course, the person is going to slip away peacefully. So, what ended up happening is that once they took out the tubes or the tube, like I said, his breathing was impeccably heavy and hard. Um, I'm just watching him because it made no sense to us. Like, I know, once again, science, the logistic of it, that of course he's gonna pass, but we're just watching him. And as they were saying, um, when they told us we couldn't go to hospice on Sunday, we were furious, right? We were like, what? Because we had a support system, a lot of people came, and because in your heart, you already know, like, okay, they told us it could happen within minutes, so you already prepare yourself, for Sunday. But I guess, you okay?
Don't choke on live, man.
Technical difficulties.
You all right with it?
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Oh man.
It's okay to cry on live.
Save it up, yeah, okay.
It went down the wrong part.
Right.
It's okay to cry on live.
You ain't gotta
You
use
don't have
that.
to use that excuse. Too. Okay. Oh, okay. You need tissue.
Oh man.
You need some paper or something?
I'm sorry, Billy.
It's okay. So when they told us that we couldn't go anymore,
It's the Red Bull.
it's the Red Bull. Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah. Let it out. Yeah. So spring water. Spring water is the bomb. Purified. Anyway,
No,
so
spring water, baby. You can. It's not paid.
So with that Sunday situation, we were furious, we were mad or whatever. You gotta put it closer, they can't see it. Oh, that camera over there. And you gotta do like how the people do it, like that.
I'm not
Yeah. So when Sunday came, they told us, it has to be Monday. So then we were all mad or whatever. So then I don't know which genius said, well, or we could just do it right here in the room. I was like,
same guy.
The doctor
so
guy.
the doctor guy says, or we could just do it here.
Absolutely not.
Do what? I said, first of all, this is my cousin's floor. This is her uncle. Okay.
Mhm.
She will never go back
What
on that
on
floor.
earth do I look like? Watch. No, negative. We'll wait till Monday. So that's where we're excuse me, that's where we're at. So I'm watching him breathe incredibly hard or whatever. And we asked the lady, like, well, she was like, well, he's not looking too bad, whatever. And I'm like, okay. By now it's like, I don't know,
seven.
It had
I
to be
want to say like
it had
7:05 or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Literally like 7 something, like early 7. And like I said, we've been there every single day. And at this time, we were there at 9 a.m. or whatever. And we're like, okay. My mom was like, you need to go. Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go get your kids or whatever. You guys spend a lot of time here already. And the nurse confirmed and told us, yeah, it looks like it'll be another, just telling us another day or whatever. Oh, okay. So we literally all left or whatever. And as they're lifting their voice in prayer or whatever, when you're praying loud, you can't hear. That's when, of course, he unfortunately slipped away. So he made sure that we weren't there to watch him, take his last breath, and or my mom and everybody that was in the room. So I got the call, and luckily we weren't far away. We drove back. I mean, it was the longest run of our lives because hospice is so far from
Regular.
the
Anywhere,
regular,
yeah.
So
It was a maze, bro. Like,
I mean, I don't know why the song in my head was dun 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 dun. I'm like,
oh really?
It was just not even the right time. And I get there and I'm like asking the lady, I'm like, and she was like, no, but it's happening now. She was like, his pulse is fainting. So I'm like touching, and it's like literally fainting, and I'm like, what's the time of death? And she was like, no, hold on. She said, not yet. So I'm like, not yet. Okay. So I'm touching it. And he's like, once again, like I said, it's getting weaker and weaker, and, you have little tears, you can see his little tears or whatever. And it's like, I think that's what hurt the most, when you see the tears come out his eyes, in the sense of like, I gave all that I can. And, this is it. I didn't want you guys to be there to see it. I didn't want my wife to see it and everybody else that was in the room. So unfortunately, he slipped away, and we got the chance to be there at that moment, but we wasn't there for the last breath. So I stayed there the longest. Like I sat there and hugged my dad, talked to my dad. I'm like, it's okay. you know um no more pain, no more suffering. But I think the main reason we wanted to do this live is because during the funeral, people were like, I'm gonna speak in Creole. They were like, "Oh, nous manque crier pour papa nous." Basically, they're saying,
You guys didn't
you
cry.
guys didn't cry enough for your dad. Once again,
We've been
what y'all
crying
don't
for
understand,
8 days.
we cried for 8 days,
Mhm.
right? And people who've been in our circle, been there. I'm at work, I can't even focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're home, we can't even focus. And the hardest thing is you have young children, and
You gotta stay strong for them.
not saying you can't cry in front of them, but you want to stay strong for them because you don't want them to fear death. Because if any one of us were to pass away, you want them to be okay and understand that, it's not a bad thing. For us, we're gonna think it's a bad thing because we missed the individual or whatever. Now, if my dad was murdered or shot or got in a car accident or whatever, the
Sudden,
devastation would be impeccable. You know what I'm saying? It would be horrible because it's sudden,
immeasurable, yeah.
right? But because unfortunately, in our hearts, we knew that he passed August 7th at the house.
Mhm.
And luckily, we were given the chance to have him
Spend it,
there.
yes.
Let me guess, I guess artificially. Had him there, so we can talk, say our goodbyes, tell him it's okay, because it was a lot of crying for him. Like, you could just keep seeing tears coming out of his eyes or whatever. So we had to come to terms to accept it and let him know that we're okay with it, and for my mom too. And my kids go to my parents' house every day, every morning. My dad is the one who pick up a case from school. So that was another tough one because her birthday was that following week. So just imagine trying to tell these kids every Sunday we go to grandma and grandpa's house that we're not going to go there anymore. And that was another hard thing we had to do, at the funeral. I was trying to explain it, the quickest way, because once again, we didn't know like how much time we had to talk. But, I just simply asked the kids, do they know about heaven? And, I asked them, what do they know about heaven? And then I went into details about, Sleeping Beauty when she slept for a long time, Snow White, and I have one nephew, so I had to talk about Mario Brothers. When you lose, you have one life. You
Right.
pick another player or whatever, and I had to just break that concept in the sense of when you're sick, you don't feel good. Mom, dad give you medicine, you go to sleep. When you're sleeping, you feel amazing, right? You don't feel no pain. And I had to tell them that grandpa's going to be sleeping for a long time and that we won't see him, we'll see him once again in heaven, and Ernest words or when you, but I forgot our kids are watching this, so I won't repeat how Ernest said it. But I
I'll
think
straight to the point.
that was one of the hardest
Mhm.
thing, was telling, Casey is my Casey is the oldest grandchild and Abby is the youngest grandchild, so they all had a relationship with my dad. And it was incredibly hard, you know what I mean? And I think what hurt us the most at the funeral, I said I was going to say this, but I'm going to say it, is the fact that once again we thought that people would have talked more about him, and it wasn't that case. So we didn't get a chance, no one got a chance to talk about the great things he's done, like how amazing he was when he came to address. I could tell him that I'm in Nebraska, I'm stuck,
My guy would say,
and
turn east on Sunrise,
yeah,
get to 38th Avenue, go
yeah.
west. I'm like, what?
I'm like, how do you know this
Off the
stuff? So
dome, yeah.
yeah, because he'll be like, okay, where are you? I could be like, I'm at 1511 Northwest Laka Road in New Hampshire. He's like, okay, you're gonna make a left on this and that. And I'm like, it was just that great, or tell the stories of, the great things he's done in Haiti or here in America, the amount of people that he brought here in
Brought here
America,
and
the
helped.
amount of people that lived at our house, what I'm saying? You can't find nobody that said that my dad was upset, angry, or whatever. What I'm saying? He just, not because it's our dad, he was just that amazing,
What they say,
and
that's like a check on the road. They just for sure.
who said that?
Facts.
Yes, that Laka Haka Chaka Chaka Road, especially in Orlando. If you live in Loxahatchee, Lakasahatchee in Orlando, that's that name of that road. Yeah, but we just wanted to tell our story and what happened, and because people were like, "Oh, why didn't you guys give your dad a kidney and he died without a kidney?" Wait, what? No, he did not pass away because of that. Oh my God. Why you guys didn't put him in nursing home? it was a lot of it was a lot. It was a
A
lot.
lot of
You know
people
what I'm
that
saying? A lot of
they
people
just
came
didn't
up to,
understand
what we
what
went
dad
through
went through
and the
and how much
pain.
pain he was in.
Mhm.
They just didn't know. Like conversations with dad would have been like, say it's 5 minutes long.
Hello, everybody from New York. Sorry.
Say the
Oh,
conversation with me and him was 5 minutes. He would
even
spend
GPS.
half that time expressing the pain
And make you
and
touch his
agony and touch it, you can feel
touch it. You can feel
the
the
pain. And it's like, Dad, you just told me this last week.
yeah.
But it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
such a burden to him
Yeah.
that he
It
had to
became
tell
his
everybody.
life
It became
almost.
his life. He's
It
like,
be-
I mean, imagine 4 days a week
Mm-hmm.
spending 4 to 5 hours cleaning your blood. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he was always talking, and that's not Dad. Dad was
Mhm.
always the type that I remember when Dad scraped his knee one day. He pretended like nothing happened,
Mm.
just so I didn't worry.
Mm-hmm.
And then he probably went in the room and cried. I don't know, but he was just that superhero that you saw. But of course, as you know, he was you know getting sick. It was just he turned into this person that was just always in pain. So
We
for me, it was more so that day when Mom called and we returned. I don't know, was I thought I was the first person that came back
yeah,
or
you
yeah,
were
second.
because
closer.
you
Yeah,
just
you
got out.
Yeah, I
just
just
got
got out, plus that U-turn. Me and Jess, we made that 5 hour walk. And I got up there and it wasn't even, oh man, like shoot what's going on. It was more so checking on Dad. I don't know
Mhm.
anything about people's vitals.
Yeah.
I know zero about medical anything.
Mm.
But I got up there and it wasn't even a fear to touch and feel and say, okay, is he all right? Touch his pulse, I touch his
Mhm.
neck, I put my hand in front of his face, I touch his body and just like, whoa.
Mhm.
And it was like, for me, it was more like, man, dad is not in pain anymore.
Mhm.
Mm.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And I know the wisdom that he had for us is still here, but it's
Yeah.
something that I still can't listen to his full voice messages. I still can't listen to him. And I know there's some wisdom in there that one time, hey, NS, is your daddy? I'm like,
Mhm.
does you, Pop?
Yeah.
He said your name, but anyhow, it was just, to me, till this day, it's surreal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel
I
real.
still don't feel as though it has happened.
Mhm.
I know it happened. I mean, we all clearly can see that it happened,
Yeah.
but to me, it's still like every now and again, I'm like, let me call Pop.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shoot, I
Yeah.
can't call Pop, But anyhow, it's just
Doesn't
wanted to
doesn't feel real.
doesn't feel real at
Mhm.
all to
Yeah.
this day. And someday maybe it will.
Yeah.
I know for you guys it's more real because you guys see Mom and Dad every day.
Mhm.
I only saw Dad once a week
Yeah.
with the kids
Sundays.
on Sundays. And for me, I think again, I'm content because I know the things that he's taught us. And on July 29th, this past year, Dad sat back while all of us were celebrating his birthday and knew that he did a good thing.
Mhm.
By the grace of God, he did a good thing, and he's okay.
Yeah.
If his
Yeah.
time comes, he knows he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we're okay.
So I'm gonna piggyback on Rose from New York. I traveled a lot with my dad. Everybody knew that. It was like one of the weirdest thing. Like you're a grown woman, married with kids, and you always want your mom and dad to be with you. So we traveled a lot with dad, and there were one incident where I think that's right before he had to go to dialysis. That's when we found out about his kidney failing, and then he had to go to. You can go ahead. Just say excuse me.
Excuse me, I'll be back. The Red Bull is calling.
He said he has to go to the
But I'm
bathroom.
not talking to you guys.
You are talking to everybody.
Okay. Don't mind.
Don't drop the camera now.
What's
Wait,
going
listen to me.
You think you can step over that? I think so. Oh,
Ernest,
dang.
do not fall. Just leap over the thing.
I should
If
just
the camera
hold it.
falls,
There you go.
y'all know it's Ernest. So, anyways, traveling was Miss on me.
got
Oh
it, you
my
got
God, traveling was a lot because once again, I told you guys, my dad had to go through dialysis, right? So wherever I went, all my travels were always Thursday through Monday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That means he had to do dialysis wherever we went. So wherever I would go with my dad, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Chicago, Georgia, Orlando a lot, Davenport. Where else I went with my dad? So many other places, right? Whenever I have to go somewhere, I have to call the dialysis center at wherever I'm gonna be at. Um, find a seat for him, find a chair for him. Okay, have them send documentation down, fax or whatever. Then get information, send it to his dialysis center, get everything signed or whatever, just so my dad could be with me to travel, right? And then in one, like I said, one situation where that's the first time we saw my dad like that when we went to New York, as my cousin Rose was saying. Even though he wasn't feeling well, he still came through. And even in the pictures, I still remember those pictures. You could see that my dad wasn't there, because like I said, his sugar level was so low, his kidneys were failing. And like I said, when we returned, that's when we took him to the hospital. That's when we found out, like I said, he had to start dialysis. As we said, it's never, ever a fun thing. I hate needles, tremendously. Even though you see I got a few tats, I still hate needles. And just to imagine my dad every day getting poked, and like I said, like they said, he will always show us a big old fistula here. And they had to find it was terrible, right? So someone asked who was saying those things to us. Mishnah asked people we didn't even know, like just so many random family members or church members or whoever. I don't know who these people were. They were just saying things to us. And like I said, I'm not gonna fall on the floor and cry and do all these things that people wanted us to do. Like I said, in our own moments, even here alive, Ernest had to use the bathroom, he choked, or we're talking, tears. Come back, you could come.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
You could come.
No,
Like we're hurting, we're broken, but at the same time, like I said, we still remember that he's in a better place. You know what I mean? And we have kids because we were so confused, like why my mom is not crying. Oh my god.
You want to you got this. Take your life.
Okay.
Next thing you know.
We can edit it out. Oh no, we're live.
No, we're live.
We're live. Yeah, so needless to say, we're dealing the best way we can. And what I couldn't understand was my mom, because we're like, we never saw her cry, we never saw anything or whatever. But at the end of the day, we know that he's in a better place. And it finally hit me that I see why my mom is not crying, because I have to be strong. Y'all don't understand. For Acacia and Abby, they got to be strong for their kids. This is their grandpa. This is all they know. I'm not saying my mom was, but grandpa was grandpa. You know what I mean? Like, just he'll let you do anything. Like y'all see the videos, Acacia, Abby doing his hair, the kids jumping on the couch. He played The Floor Is Lava with us. Even when he wasn't feeling good, he played Four Corners, at my house. Like we always had fun. I took him bowling for the first time. That was our very last trip actually, in Davenport. Like I couldn't understand why my mom wasn't crying and whatever, but she's being strong for us as we're being strong for our kids. Because like I said, I don't want them to be afraid of death. And it's such a bad thing because we know that we're born. And then of course there's going to be a time to go to sleep, to pass away, to go to heaven. Because once again, my kids are watching. Our kids are watching. So there's certain things I can't say.
Hi, Paige. Hi, Julie.
But that's thank you guys. That's all we wanted to say because we really didn't want to take too much of your time. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll go ahead and answer them. We really, let me see, it's 9:33. Perfect. So we did exactly an hour.
You're human. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
What did I do?
You went out to cry. It's okay, bro.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions,
I don't know if I was crying.
No, it doesn't look like you were crying. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Anything about dialysis, passing, the service. We do have a YouTube link to the service. If you guys couldn't make it, we could definitely send it to you guys directly. We're 52 people strong still, which is amazing.
Yo,
that's what's up.
We need to go. We gotta go live weekly.
Kudos to you guys. We appreciate you guys. I have so many special thank yous to say while we wait for questions. Thank you, Pastor
I'll find the link
Patrick,
later.
for working with us with this situation where it came to grace and knowing what to do. We appreciate that. Thank you, Sharon, for watching over my dad and, being as strong as you could, considering it was your graduation. Thanks to my brothers, their wives, my husband. Thanks to Jackson, Rebecca, Mishna, Deanna. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you,
Alfredo, what up,
Norelia.
sir?
Thank you, Bernice. Deanna. Like, y'all constant call. The love. Thank you, family in New York. Cousin David, Rose, Valerie. There's so many people I can name. you know, um, I just appreciate you guys tremendously. I think my job, Jere, amazing, amazing individual, from, trying to get everybody together to, find out what was going on with me and, keeping me, my spirits up, my job, I appreciate them tremendously. You know, I don't know if you guys have any anything because I'm waiting for the questions to come up,
Let me
but
see.
I do appreciate it.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no,
Go ahead.
because I'm gonna sit here and just thank everybody. Like I said, our neighbors. Like I said, Nicole, Mr. and Mrs. Campbell. It had hit them hard. I remember one time my mom. We couldn't find my dad for nothing. He wasn't answering his phone. This is why I had got the cameras in the house, and I
And
had
Life
to
360.
and Life 360 from him getting around. And I remember, I'm like, oh my God, we can't find him. So I asked Nicole, hey, can you go to
Oh,
my
yeah.
parents' house and see where my dad is or whatever? And the door was unlocked. She asked me if it's okay to enter. I said, absolutely. She looked for my dad everywhere. She couldn't find him. Then she looked in my room and my dad was laying on my bed, my old room or whatever, and he was like foaming out the mouth or whatever. And she called 911, and that was his first diabetic coma. Shock. And that, like I said, this all led up to him finally going, to dialysis. So special
Nicole
thanks.
for the win. Nicole
Yeah,
for the win.
thank you, Nicole Campbell, for doing that. And like I said, especially your family, thanks to Yolanda, Brenda, Sejanet, um, I don't forget anybody on purpose. I'm just thinking in chronological order, everybody that's, just supported us tremendously, our family, like I said, our
We got a
immediate
question.
cousin.
We got a question.
If there's one thing that you can tell your dad, what would you say?
Really, I'll let you go first on that one.
You're the oldest.
I didn't even finish licking my lips.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh man,
Dang.
I spoke to my dad a lot. Even that Sunday before he passed.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I don't know, because I people just really thought I was weird because I was super close to my mom and my dad. Like when I told them everything, like everything I'm talking about. If I had bad experiences on a date or people, just everything. So, just thank you
That's a
for
lot,
just thank you for raising us the way you did. You know,
Thanks,
what I'm
Eno,
saying?
for that question. That's a tough one.
No, I
No,
think
that
it was
was
Norelia.
Norelia.
Oh, sorry. I'm
Norelia.
sorry, Norelia. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you're welcome, Nicole. I just thank you for raising us the way he did. I can honestly say we were never poor. We were those kids. We was the first one to have satellite dish. We was the first one to have a playground.
Satellite dish.
You know what I'm saying? We each had a car. You know what I'm
G4,
saying?
bro. G4.
We
G4.
each had what is it, Game Boy or whatever. We had nice clothes, nice shoes. Like we were pretty. We were raised really good. Like they did that.
They
You
did
know what
their
I'm saying?
thing, yeah.
So if anything, I want to say thank you for raising us the way he did, because I heard a lot of horror stories where if you're dating, the fathers will beat you, and like no, not my dad. Like he was very understanding. When I had my first heartbreak, he was there. He listened. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody was mean to me, whatever. Like he listened. Like he never scolded you or made you feel terrible or whatnot.
Talk to your ACS.
Duh.
Oh,
Tony,
shoot.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Tony.
Dang,
Ooh,
man.
Tony, what is it?
10 years.
Metellus.
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 Yeah.
Let me see. Any other question?
Oh,
So,
I didn't answer.
Thank
that.
you, Melissa.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me,
Thank you.
I would just say, your grandson is on the way.
Hey.
This is not a pregnancy announcement. No, it's not thank you. This is not a pregnancy announcement, but definitely gonna get you a grandson. So
What if it's a girl?
then we have another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
I would say
Who's
for
gonna babysit
me,
these kids?
I would also say thank you to Dad, because again, he is a product of what I like to become, right, as a father. And I asked him a question once. I said, "Hey, Dad, Paige was probably like 1 or 2 years old at the time." I said, "Dad, how did you get us to be?
Thank you, Cindy.
How did you get us to be
Thanks, Nicole.
such? I don't know how exactly. I wrote it down. Like, how did you get us to be such like good children? You know, in a sense where I think as a father, if my children did what we did, I'd be the proudest father on the planet."
Mm-hmm.
And the answer he gave me wasn't quite what I was expecting, but he said, "I don't know." He said he always brought us to church to ensure that his prayers were heard. He tried to involve us in church so that we can have the fear of God. So the fear of God that we had provided us, I guess, the respect and fear we had to our parents. Because there's things that even though I was a rebel, I would never do. Never, ever do. And I'm sure there's things that you guys have done that you would never do because the respect we have for our parents. You know, I'm not saying that to knock anybody else's parents or anything like that, but more or less just like this had to be something that Dad did to get us to where we were, where, you know, by the grace of God, no cop has ever knocked on the door asking, "Do you know this person?" You know, we've never.
JP, that's Jeffrey.
Yo. So it's kind of like, no offense to anyone else, but as far as whatever they did, I wish I knew what that element was so I can create that and put it into my own kids.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. That's what I would ask him again. Maybe now he knows.
I appreciate it, JP.
Any other questions out there? Let's see. Yes, sir. Tony, you're right.
Yes, we're gonna still continue the Sunday tradition. Unfortunately, I won't be here this Sunday. I'll be in North Carolina. I'll be in North Carolina. So we will be missing this Sunday, but maybe you guys will be there.
Mommy wants us to go to bed too.
To do what?
Sunday morning to say thank you to.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of shouldn't have done that on live, but yeah.
Well,
Yep, North Carolina.
Now you gotta go.
So bet you'll see.
So I don't know if it really covered much about my our dad or whatnot, but I do want to say that he definitely loved driving. You know, like we said, he knew where everything was at. They used to call him the boss.
Boss
man. You know what I'm saying? So he used to be like a tailor man.
Not Tonene.
Boss. You know, so he was really good with, you know, stitching and stuff, you know, doing clothes or whatnot. He was so good with money. Like, he loved to save since he, you know, as you already know, he was the ESO guy. Like, everybody came to our house for the ESO, you know, so he was well known. Also, I'm trying to see what else we didn't cover about my dad, because we were just talking about more of our experience. Of course, he was definitely a deacon. Y'all know my dad had that one hairstyle.
Oh, let's not forget this.
You know, and when my dad say hi, he has to, you know, he'll do this or whatever. And even if your number is saved, he'll still be surprised. I'm like, "Hey, Daddy." Oh, Kelly. Yes, it's me. I just told you I was gonna call you back. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty much it about our dad. You know, like I said, devoted Christian man, came here from Haiti, as we said, looking for a better life for his wife. And, you know, 7 years later, they had this amazing child. named
Ricardo,
Girly. No,
oh,
Girly.
oh,
7 years later.
Oh,
And then
got the timeline messed up.
2 years
eventually-
later,
to Ernest, a year and a half later, they had T-Boy.
the best
Yeah,
thing that ever
Ernest.
happened to them. Best thing ever.
Yeah.
And then because
Remember,
of,
you were adopted.
because of me not knowing how to leave their precious things alone, I used to flush those things. I thought they were balloons. Then came
Wow.
Ricardo. If you know what I mean. Once again, our kids are watching. I used to flush those things all the
Yeah,
time. I know what it
balloons.
was.
You know what they
and-
say? Say
My
the
mom-
best for last.
Say the
Oh,
best for last. And boom, okay, Ricardo came or
4 years
whatnot.
later.
So wait, let me do any questions. If you guys can have one more day with our dad, what is the one thing in the whole you guys would do together? Okay,
I'm gonna have a beer with Dad.
he doesn't
not gonna
drink
drink
I'm
it.
beer.
gonna
He
make him drink it.
that's not gonna work.
But the last
Then
time
that'll mess up
no,
his
the
kidney
last
even
time we
more.
had, scratch the beer, guys. Scratch the beer. But it's
You
one
see
more
why
day.
he was a rebel?
No, but it's one more day.
But you would cut that day in half
No,
because you can't drink a
because
lot.
he's got a full day. It doesn't matter what happens to him.
Got it.
We-
So he
we-
can get shot.
With what?
Okay, who makes the rules here?
All right. So what's the? Sorry, Billy. I cut you off. Go ahead. What?
Yes, that's who I got my saving abilities from. Absolutely. I would save my money. I was super frugal.
From school, from my parents.
All that. Okay, so,
So
one
what
of
would
the questions.
you? What would you do if you had one
If
more day?
I
with
had
Dad?
one more day, same thing. I would travel with my dad.
Yeah.
I would tell him, hey, it's definitely okay
We renting
to.
a Hummer,
I
bro.
wasn't
We're gonna
talking.
get the Hummer
sorry,
first.
It's okay. It's okay. Rent your Hummer because I was gonna add that in there. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
you were. I'm sorry.
I
go
sure
ahead,
was
go ahead.
not. I was not gonna add that in there.
Go ahead.
But
go ahead.
that's a good one. You would rent a Hummer. My dad had like 2 cars. He had like a Land Rover and a Hummer.
Land Cruiser or Land Rover?
Land Rover. Yeah, Land Rover. I would definitely same thing. I would travel with him just for that one day, go somewhere and just talk to him and let him know, like, listen, you did a phenomenal job with me. I mean, with
Wow.
us, and like, you're definitely be missed, and it's okay to go. It's okay. You suffered enough. You did a great job. 71 years old. So
You think he'll go to the range with me?
I think
no,
he would. If he
not.
had one
No,
last
he would
day.
not.
Well, he
Like,
never
hey,
mind.
Pop.
He knew. Never mind.
Did he know?
Ricardo.
I don't know if he knew.
Hey yo. Oh yeah, y'all should subscribe to How to Tully. That she sounds like an awesome person.
Sound like your wife.
Oh, is that my? Oh, hey babe, you watching? You supposed to be working, girl.
Showed his hustle and determination to me.
Yeah, so
That's
my,
true.
So my turn. I would, man. If I had another day with Dad, man, I'll rent a Hummer. I'll get him the cologne he wanted. Make sure I spray it on
Oh
him.
my God, we gotta talk about
You did
that.
get it.
I did get it, but I mean,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
I would buy him a fresh something, just a whole fit.
Satin
Some slides, some slides with some comfort. What are some sweatpants and a fresh shirt,
We're gonna talk about that right quick.
and then
we'll
we're
talk
gonna
about
go
that.
to the bar, bro.
He's
He's
not
not
going to the bar.
He's gonna go to the bar.
No,
He's
I'm
not.
gonna say, Dad, it's your last day.
he doesn't know, and you don't know.
No. So
We don't know this is his last day.
I don't know. I'm
But it's-
thinking.
Okay. Anyway.
So Ernest just said something that I just remembered. And you made me forgot because you're talking about this big old bar or whatever.
What was
Oh
it?
man, I forgot.
The cologne.
Oh yes. So my dad's birthday was recently, July 29th. Unfortunately, the following week is when he passed. So we all brought him a gift as always. He wanted to go to his favorite restaurant. We all was there. My siblings, our loved ones, our kids. Ricardo got him a gift. So did I. And my gifts, we always make sure the kids, Casey give one, Abby gives one, so we get the gifts or whatever. And Ernest already told me, oh my God, I was running late. I forgot my gift or whatever. And I was like, okay. So Ernest, my dad had asked for pistachios.
Pistachios and peanuts. This is
pistachio and peanuts,
like
whatever, weeks ago. So then Ernest, I guess, I don't know if he felt bad, whatever. He went in his car to
I had the peanuts and stuff
in the car.
weeks ago.
Okay.
Just
So
never got a chance to drop it off.
So to not come empty-handed, he brings this pistachio.
It wasn't that. It was like, hey, Dad, you're here. Why not just take this?
At the restaurant. So he brought this stuff there. So the next day, Sunday, my dad calls me. He was like, "Hey, I had a great birthday. Thank you for the gifts. Ricardo got me a gift. He got me blah blah. Thanks to the girls, they got me blah blah blah." He was like, I was speaking Creole. He was like, "Man, back on sac paseti boy. Back on si problème avec l'argent ou ça sinon situation." I was like, "Why would you say that?" He said, "I don't know if Ernest is going through some financial problems or whatever." And I'm like, "Why do you say that?" And he was like, "Because he came after everybody gave a gift and he gave me peanuts and pistachios." And I was like, "Oh man." And then he was like, "Man, he told me that he's gonna give me a cologne." He was like, "But if you're gonna do something, you don't tell them, you just do it, right?" I said, "Okay." That was Sunday. Monday comes or whatever, and he calls me again. He was like, "Hey, Ernest never gave me this cologne. I really think he's going through some financial stuff." And I was like, "Oh man, he I don't know. I don't know what's going on." So of course, the day we had to go see the body, Friday, what Friday that just passed?
The Friday
Yeah.
before.
So Friday that passed, we had to see the body at 11 o'clock. My dad had looked great. He didn't look terrible, which
Did
made
a
us
good
even
job.
stronger. The makeup lady person, whoever she was, she did a phenomenal job. I mean, amazing job. And so Ernest just came out and said, "Hey, I have a cologne that he wanted. Can I spray it on him?" The lady was like, "Absolutely. Just bring it back tonight before we da da da." So Ernest forgot. So while we were at the viewing,
mid viewing,
mid
man,
of the viewing, this boy goes to the casket and sprayed this cologne.
He said, "I'm gonna
Oh
give
my
him this
dad.
cologne before he
he gonna
goes."
get it before he go.
What was it? Obsession?
Obsession. Yeah.
Obsession.
I still have it.
All right, let's see if we have any questions right
Any
quick.
questions?
Oh, also,
Can we go up?
JP. Yeah, you can go.
JP won a Hummer.
Yeah, he did one in Hummer. It was like a dream car. He had the Rav
You
4.
already
He
said
always
this.
had the Rav 4.
You already
I
have it.
think
Alright, so
I think
that's
we're
it.
good.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
go back
it.
down.
Yeah.
Commissioner said yes. For the card that you
Also
did.
subscribe to JPXP. Yeah. Just
So
my
no,
boy right
so no
there.
other questions.
No, I think that's it.
Oh, what is one word that each of you would use to describe your dad? Each person pick their own word.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. The word I would pick for my dad is phenomenal.
You can say inspirational,
Mhm.
in a sense.
Ernest.
Somebody you would want to look up to.
Great
I'm gonna
questions.
say.
Yes, he got that cologne just in time. One
Oh,
word,
what's
one
the
word.
good word? Like wise.
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 Yeah,
Yes,
wise.
wise.
Dad, for me, I could ask Dad any advice.
Yes. Oh my God.
And he was so well equipped
Mhm.
to give me. I don't know if he knew the answer or not,
Graceful. Yes.
but he would tell it to me like, "You know what, Dad? That makes sense."
Mm-hmm.
And I've applied in most cases every word of wisdom he's given me.
Mhm.
Patient. Mm-hmm.
And my goodness, my life is so much better
Yeah.
with that wisdom. So I'm gonna say wise.
Stimina and Bobby said graceful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How
that's a
to
good one.
Tully, which is my
Patient.
wife. Shout out to the boo, Pookie Boo. Patient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
So
good one. That's a good one. All right. Oh man, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Oh, we took enough of y'all
So-
time.
yeah.
We trust
What's
me.
that?
We can go on
2.5
and
hours?
on.
No.
No.
Oh, 8:30?
Hour and, oh, my chest.
8:30.
Hour and a half.
8:30.
Yeah.
8:30. So technically 8 o'clock. So 2 hours.
So yes, we took
Oh.
enough of your time. Let me see. Nope, we have a question. Awesome. If you all could have one last meal together, what would it be?
Oh, we're gonna have some tasso
Hey,
coffee,
man.
man.
Tasso
Go to
coffee
Tasso
is
Alberti.
fried goat. My dad
Fried goat
My
with
dad
some
enjoyed
fried
fried goat.
plantain.
Yeah.
Oh man.
he enjoyed
Or was
fried
it fried?
goat.
Yeah, fried goat.
Fried goat, yeah.
That's me. I don't know about you guys. PT me and Blade.
Ew. Ew.
What would you?
Let me
What was the
see.
last meal? Well, I guess we all. It's a consensus.
Yeah, fried
Fried
goat.
goat.
Fried goat. No
Hey,
promotion.
that's my guy. That's
Oh,
what's up,
okay, I
Tony.
said,
Fried goat for the goat.
Fried goat for the goat. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. But seriously, we appreciate y'all because trust me, we will keep y'all all night
Talking about this.
talking about our dad. We didn't know what to expect with the live. We were looking at maybe 10, 15 people, but we did reach
I think
50
it's
to
10,
the
15
front.
minutes.
They're going to sleep now. It's 40.
Oh,
It's a
shoot,
school
still.
night. It's a school night.
Still, that's
So-
what's up.
Hello, Rachel. So we want to
Got
say
love
thank
from
you so
Jacksonville.
much because trust me, who else?
Quick, shout out. I want to shout out to Bobby, Stamina. I want to shout out to Jerry if you're still out there. I want to shout out to who else? Pierre, I don't know if you're still out there. I want to shout out to you. Shout out to, of course, our family members. My boy Tony. I see
Yo,
you.
Tony.
Tullus.
Shout out to
Uh,
we
Hawaii.
JP.
Okay, y'all up.
Um,
Who was the favorite child?
yeah, you know, no, it was definitely me.
Ow,
I don't know
wait a
what y'all
minute.
thinking about. It's me.
It was this one.
Me. I was the favorite child.
Don't listen to Ernest.
Who's the one that you would go with when you want the AC to turn on?
Me, exactly. 'Cause I was the favorite.
Oh wow, you were the youngest. There's a
Favorite.
difference.
Who got the most whoopings?
Huh? I wonder.
Yeah.
It was me.
I only got one from my mom. That's it.
That's all it took.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, we only got one whooping. Thank you for the people who said, "Nah, we still here. We up."
Yeah.
You know,
Keep it going.
we did not know how this was gonna turn out. We came super early to my husband's office. We're trying to get everything situated.
This is real. Mitchie,
Mishnah.
you're right. Is that Mishnah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's me.
Isn't there another?
I think that is
It's
Mishnah.
same.
Mishnah, that's you, right, Mitchie? Yeah.
Mishipo.
We had no idea what direction this would have went. We wrote so many things. You know, like I said, we came here at 7, is trying to get everything up and running. We were like, do we want to do it on our phones? Do we want to have a camera that's up there? But we're looking at this laptop over here that you guys can see. Oh no, not y'all with the promotion right here.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah,
wasn't
like-
intentional. That was intentional.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Broward County Rentals, you know, whatever. You know, BellroseEvent.com.
It
It
is
is, man.
Mishnah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we seriously appreciate you guys taking the time once again on the school night to be here with us. We still got 40 people on. We were up at 50. I don't remember.
55, I think. we
55.
got up to.
Like I said, we were expecting 10 to 15 because those were the only people that confirmed or whatever. But we honestly just wanted to tell people, you know, just a little bit about our upbringing and our father and what really happened up until the point that he went to heaven. You know, 55 and plus. Thank you.
Mhm.
Up until he went to heaven. So we appreciate that. Our kids keep telling us to give them a shout out. Once again, hey KK, Abby,
Izzy, Wintour.
What's my kid's name? Oh, Paige. No, I'm joking. Paige and Julian.
yes. I don't know if my mom is on because she asked us for the link.
Mommy.
My mom, Elodine that's watching. You got my ton, my husband's
Say
my ton.
eBay?
Elodine.
No. Tony.
eBay. I'm done, Tony.
That's throwback eBay, man.
We have people
Yeah.
all over here. Like we have Hawaii in the building, New York. We got where are you,
Orlando,
Tony?
man.
I think we got Orlando.
Tony, where's Tony?
Tony, are you in the Carolinas or Georgia?
Nah, I think he's in the mid areas. Oh, he's in Texas.
When did that
Hello,
happen?
Texas. Tampa. You know, hopefully the hurricane ain't hit you guys
We got
too bad.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville in the
I
house.
think
building. 813. I'm guessing
That is Tampa.
Tampa, yes.
You should have known
okay.
that.
I don't
Burning
know.
black
I don't know
grits.
my business.
It's hot out there, Tony.
Deanna, thank you for the great questions. Jere, I don't know if you're still there. Kendra, thanks for tuning in. Sharana, thanks for tuning in. I can't see who else is on here.
How do you see who's on?
I don't know. I can't see. I just could see
Click the things.
whoever's writing. That's all I can see.
Yeah.
But we appreciate your time. We could do this all day. Trust me.
Yeah.
Because we're not around the kids. Oh my God. I forgot you're watching. Yeah, so
That was her
Um,
kid.
you had to be difficult. You had to be difficult. Yeah, he
Mm.
broke 813. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's SL. I don't want to ask again.
Yeah,
Child. I don't want to ask again. You already see what SL done wrote all over the page trying to get me killed. Trying to get me caught. Trying to get me killed. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
trying to get me killed.
Anyways, guys, we'll let
Neil
you guys
McCurry,
go.
Jackson.
Everybody, shout out to
Molly.
you all. Thanks for connecting with us tonight to hear our dad's story.
It's funny how we still looking at this thing and
Yeah, I'm just reading.
Thanks again, guys,
Yeah.
for taking the time today.
Jere, Okay, thank you, thank you.
We're live for an hour and 54 minutes. Some of you
2 hours, pretty much.
from the beginning. Others have come in and out, which we appreciate all of it. So I don't know how to end this.
Oh,
Do
thank
we
you,
just press the
Deanna.
button?
Like I
We
said,
can
we-
press the end
what-
stream button, but
You
that's
don't
kind
want
of
to. You don't want to press it. Huh?
this is kind of
Not
rude
yet.
to be like, all right, bye.
All right, so you guys are free to go.
Once it dropped below
Once it drops below, like say
20,
we love you all. Yeah, we're gonna
Thank you.
still continue until y'all stop dropping like
Yeah,
flies
like,
or whatever. But it's
'cause
okay.
if y'all don't go, we ain't gonna go.
James, are you in Canada still?
yeah.
Naraya, good night. Thank you.
We went international on the
Thank you.
boys.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Tony.
Cousin
Hey,
Kendra.
Babe,
you guys...
go make my money. Why you not working?
Hey.
Go make my money.
Ooh, dang, how to tell you.
Nah,
y'all can stay. We're gonna be here. We just don't want
is my wife on, babe? Are you
Jessica, are you on?
Jess-
James, cousin James is from Canada.
Oh,
yo.
We
thank
international
you.
around here, man.
Yes.
Maybe I'll send you a text message.
We got anybody from Haiti tuning in? See.
Like I said, y'all can stay. Like I said, I just don't want nobody to feel like they're gonna miss anything. They're obligated. Cause like I said, my dad could talk. So can we.
Oh, he can pray.
My dad.
I almost listen. I almost made a joke.
Yes, Chef
like,
James in the building.
Listen, there's one good thing is that my dad's not here to pray for this service because we'll miss.
Oh, my boy. Hey, baby. Hi.
Jessica.
I love you.
Oh, you still on the clock? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, she is here.
She's working.
Oh, she's working too.
The kids are sleeping.
She said she's working.
Oh, she's working. Okay.
She said she's working.
Somebody's cousin.
No, man. Jeff, I deleted the fantasy football.
Yo, I was wondering when we were gonna get it.
Oh yeah, I deleted it. Nobody was responding when I was asking about doing a dynasty.
What was that? That was last.
No,
season,
that
right?
was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh man.
But if y'all want to, I mean, we can get. Well, it's too
What's
late.
dynasty mean?
Dynasty mean you keep your players.
Didn't we keep them before?
No, we draft every year. So you would
just
keep
them
the
throughout.
players.
Oh, that's
So you got to draft. You got
I
to
didn't
draft.
know what that meant. So if it was dynasty or nothing at all.
No, I just was trying to get feedback, and nobody was. I was like, all right.
What are you guys talking about?
Fantasy football. You can do that. I didn't know you can swipe left and then it goes back.
Like this. Yeah.
I ain't do that.
And the phone did.
Yep.
All right.
So the people say,
I don't know.
Oh, we're still at 35.
They just like watching this.
no, like I said, you guys can ask any questions.
While we wait, we're not.
We don't mind. Like I
going
said, we ain't going nowhere because, like I said, the kids are patiently waiting for us. And like I said, I don't think we want y'all to see us how we look when we get up. We said we was gonna wear black. I got the ashy black on. He wore king.
Look, what had happened was
I got a little bit of red.
what had happened was the shirts that I have, the blacksmiths had too much blackness.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to get the fantasy football is if we can get at least 10 or maybe even 8 people by Sunday and do the draft Sunday.
What traits of your dad do you see in each other? Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good question.
What traits do we see? I think Navita asked that question. She was like, "Is that where you get your saving traits from?" My dad is extremely generous. He's super nice. He's kind. I'll say I definitely took those traits from my dad. Ricardo, what traits you think you got from dad? Ernest, what traits you think you got from dad?
I don't know.
I think being that's not a good word. Yeah, no, because I don't want people to look at it, but just being just his kindness, like not quick to anger.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be really.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, literally, Jesus came.
Yes.
But I used to be really quick to anger, and now, man, I let things go, man. It's not worth it.
somebody say your head big, man.
Wait.
My head is big. Who said that? Yes, it is. Let me move back some.
Nope, bigger.
It's still bigger.
Silver Lining. Who's Silver Lining? Did we find out who that was? No, that's the first time I heard that.
Thank you, Silver
Wow,
Lining.
Ernest nose is big.
Yo.
Oh, Mishnah. Oh my God. What about Ricardo?
No, don't talk about me. I'm the best.
Ernest got
Wow.
his eyes. Okay, Ernest, you got daddy's eyes.
Who said that?
Stamina.
Was there?
We- So
I would say.
Oh, the FM. You talking about the tombstone when we talked about it a little bit.
Hey, Mishy Poo.
No, the time you didn't want to go to school.
and I got
Yeah.
tombstone.
You
I
didn't want to
think-
go to school.
So
Oh,
our
man.
live is ending. So for anybody that just came on, we're just hanging in there. People are asking questions. You can ask whatever question you want. Ricardo has a
Oh,
big
she said you got a big smile. That's
So Ricardo,
that's
Ricardo, you
me.
must
I'm
be
the favorite.
You're the favorite.
You got a big forehead. I got a
Yes.
big nose. And you got a big smile.
Thank you so much. Ernest said earlier that I think Ricardo said that Ernest is adopted or whatever. This was something that went on for many years, only because Ernest was the rebel of the family. Hopefully my mom is off this live. Ernest was the rebel of the family. Like I said, he was the first one to be tatted up, earrings. What is this thing called? Hair, drinking, and other stuff, or whatever.
Whoa,
You know,
You can name other
whoa.
stuff, and other stuff, right? So my mom got to the point where she just did not want to claim Ernest
Oh
at all.
gosh.
Thank
So
you,
my
babe.
mom used to work at Marriott Hotel for many years, and she was the supervisor of housekeeping. And they used to have parties, events, or whatever. And it used to be me, Ricardo, Kathleen, Ernest. We'll all go with my mom or whatever. But Ernest had this hair where sometimes he had it braided, sometimes he didn't. And when he didn't have it, it'll be chalk. Chalk. How do you say chalk in English? It'll be all messy and stuff or whatever.
But I had
So-
nice
Like my hair
though.
now.
I had nice hair.
Oh my
though,
God,
so
I
it
just
worked out.
realized that you didn't even comb your hair today. Yeah, so we would go, like whenever it's time to introduce everybody, my mom would be like, "Oh, this is my beautiful, amazing favorite daughter."
Oh wow,
girly."
all those words.
Maybe she didn't say those words. And then she'd be like, "Oh, this is my handsome young son, Ricardo, and this is my niece, Kathleen." And then they'll be like, "Who's this?" She'd be like, "I don't know. We found him on the street." Or another time she was like, "I don't know. He was homeless or whatever. And we just brought him here."
Picked them up.
Like she used to always never introduce Ernest. Maybe that's why
now
some
who's
people
the
don't know.
favorite though?
Still me.
Oh.
Still me. So that's the reason why we used to stay adopted, because my mom
She just
faithfully
owned
did
me.
not claim this
It
boy.
was so bad every
Let's see.
time I used to braid my hair. Dad would not talk to me. Dad would spend, if I had my hair braided for a week, Dad would spend a week not talking to me. The moment I unbraided, conversations galore.
Yeah.
Mishnah said Andy's the best brother. So a question was, let me go
So
back
if
up.
Andy's the best brother for her, who's your best favorite brother?
You mean favorite cousin?
No, brother.
So I have a favorite sister.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite brother?
I do have a favorite brother.
Okay, me too. I have a favorite
Girly
sister.
is the most bestest sisters of all the ness.
Couldn't
And
agree
Ricardo
more.
is my bestest brother,
So,
ever.
Let's sit down.
So Ricardo, how about you? What about you? Who's your best brother?
My best brother is Ernest.
Oh, me?
My other brother is not as brother as you. And Girly is my bestest sister.
Uh-huh.
And my other sisters are not as sistery
As her sisterness.
So Girly,
who's
it's
your
turn.
favorite brother?
And your favorite sister.
So Ernest has one sister. Ricardo has one brother.
We didn't ask for details.
Okay. Each of them have a sibling of the opposite sex.
I'm
You have a
listening.
sister, you have a brother.
I'm listening.
And then on this side, you have a sister, you have a brother.
I'm listening.
I was blessed with two amazing brothers.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's,
but we
do
want.
I'm gonna give you that.
not-
That's a good
I
one.
do not have
That was
a
nice of us.
favorite brother. You guys are both
But I'm the
my
biggest. I'm the tallest
favorites.
first one, so I should.
So
be
before, I sure used to dry snitch. I was the good one.
What is it?
Girly is out here dry snitching. I sure do.
What's a dry snitch?
Oh my God. So dry snitching. So you know how I was just saying how Ernest, had tattoos.
Oh
he
yeah,
had
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's dry snitching. Mind you, your mama on this live.
Meaning, like,
So-
she's not even getting.
Some-
She's not even getting award or anything for it. She's just doing it because.
Uh-oh. All right. So we had a question. Ricardo, do this thing. Make it go up.
Go up.
Yeah, because you gotta
So, what traits do you see in each other, not yourselves?
Mm.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. I like that one. This one, please.
In the vasa vasa.
No baby. Number
okay.
D.
So we have to go right here. We have to answer this question.
Man,
Oh, hold on.
beautiful. And them waves were stuck. You see him, boy. You see him.
Listen, he prepared for this, man. He had like 17
Don't make me chop
cap
off,
waves.
Ernest.
You see them,
Yes,
Don't make
we
me
see
chop
it.
off.
All right, so we got to answer this question right here. It says, I meant, what traits do you see in each other, not yourself? Girly, answer about your brothers.
So
go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. No,
You're the oldest.
Man, go, man. Let me check you say about your oldest. Go, man. Go.
Okay. I will say, girly, definitely. I there's a reason why I call you money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, money was good because girly, being that she's privied me to this, she is a thousandaire.
I'm a thousandaire.
How is she a thousandaire with all of the stuff that she has to do on a regular basis? I don't know. But girlie, if she can save water from a fish, she will save water from a fish. That's how much she's able to cut corners legally. Of course, guys, legally cut corners to save a buck. Ricardo, I would say he's got that heart to help. Like Ricardo, if you need something and Ricardo can provide it to you, especially from a technical or IT standpoint, he'll be the one to help you out. He'll charge you, but in most cases he won't.
Whenever I charge my brother,
I'm just saying,
you don't want people to ask for free service.
If I ask girly for something, money, for example, it's been a while, but if I did, I know she got it because she's able to save. I know if I ask Ricardo for something, if he could, he's going to stop everything that he's got to come through. So those are the two traits I think that of dad that they have.
Thank you.
That's Jazz. Kill brother. Happy belated birthday.
Ernest, is your wave artificial or natural?
Why would you ask?
Is that Beijing?
Jimmy Butler is better than G Wayne.
I'm sure Andy told her to say that because I would go to
really out here moving weight, chopping bricks.
I don't know what that means.
That means you're selling drugs. Sorry.
Jesus Christ! No, I'm not. I don't even know.
All right, so that's the traits that I see you guys have with dads.
Thank you, Jazz.
I think we had another question, but we still get to go up.
There's another question? Well, we all didn't answer it.
Hold on, there was another.
Oh, Ricardo has to answer that question.
Which question?
What traits you see in each other?
Pass. We don't get one pass.
You can get a pass, I guess.
What traits do we see in each other? Like this?
Yeah. So, what trait of dad do you see in myself and girly?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, I'm the best driver, so can't do that.
I'll give it to you. I'll do that.
No, just play.
Your driving is that bad?
I mean, it depends on the time of day. Damn, he's still at 30.
Why they not dropping?
Wait, no, there was another question. We get to go.
You gotta answer too.
Ernest had a nice fro at Dillard High School. Who was that?
Mishna. Can I be adopted to the family as a sibling? Absolutely.
Yes.
Girlie's favorite brother is Andy.
Oh God, Andy.
Yes, it's Andy.
Black card.
Who's black card?
Who black card? Ernest or Ricardo's black card?
It's Ernest.
It says his. Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely Andy, bro. Yo, you know Andy's on here.
It's that wave weave.
Fried. Okay, thank you. Notorious Big is better than Tupac.
Oh yeah, this is Andy. That's Andy. You know that's Andy. Andy coming
for everybody.
B.I.G. better than Tupac. And today I was gonna wear my Tupac shirt. Are you serious?
Best
Negative.
You drove my GMC in the water. Yo, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all had some bad car experiences.
No, that's a video game.
Oh man. You already know Andy's on the live, man.
Andy's on there, boy.
Yeah,
and whoever, if it's maybe Andy.
Talking about Jimmy Butler's better than Wade, man. Come on, man.
You know how to hurt my feelings. Talking about stuff.
Yeah, he's just trying to get us. He's trying to get under our skin.
He got under my skin. Why y'all didn't tell me he was doing that on purpose?
Oh man,
Any other questions? You guys have some great questions. That one was
no,
that
these
hard.
are not artificial waves.
I'm telling you, this boy had a wave cap on today, like to make sure. Okay, go ahead.
Like, sorry, Ricardo.
Andy's not here. It's Mishnah.
Mishnah would never, ever.
Favorite song?
Okay, what's Dad's favorite song, and can you sing it together?
What?
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm a bowler. Yes, they can.
Can they see
But
that?
it
Can
don't
they
look
see
like.
the way? No, you gotta put your hand
Yeah,
up. a little bit.
they're looking at your crown.
Oh, so back up.
There it
There
is.
you go.
There you go. Y'all see that? Y'all see that?
Alright.
No artificial. This
Ricardo
guys.
skip.
No, this is all no weave, no weave.
How would we like to be supported?
Huh.
But in the future.
Kendra
as well.
says she's seasick. Ooh, she see all them
Wait.
waves.
Tell her sorry,
Bro, we're
guys.
too thick.
Too. It's the thickums. The thick
Wait,
ones.
Miss Amy. We got two chairs like Miss Amy.
Wait.
How would we like to be supported? We're
Kaze
gonna
Shannon.
answer the question. How would
Kaze
we like
Shannon.
to be supported? I don't
Miss
know.
Amy, Kaze Shannon. Wait.
Just continue staying in communication with us.
Okay.
I think.
Where we at? And he's not here. Okay, we gotta go to what's Dad's favorite song. Then
I don't
Ricardo
know
skipped my
Dad's
whole
favorite
question.
song.
Ricardo, you skip a question.
Yeah, and that's
How you
why
like
I'm saying it now.
Oh, how you like to be?
Supported, not just now, but in the future as well.
Are you picking up a phone
Hello.
call?
Really? Wow.
Yes, we're still on.
Wait.
Put your forehead on the lens so we can see it better.
Oh no, you good, girl. Child, please, you good.
What?
Okay. People drowning. Thank you. All right, bye. Put your forehead on the lens so we can see it better. Maybe
wow.
Ernest. So
Tia answered the question for us. Great question, Chaz. The quality time definitely helps. The open welcome. What? The open
welcome
you gave us the calls, the
text.
text, the love. Keep bringing. Being.
She got it on point. I think she got it on point.
This man is trying to
If
get
you guys-
the whole live seasick.
This guy.
So we still gotta think about Dad's favorite song.
I don't know.
Sanu by Poo off. I'm just playing.
No.
That's the only song I can
Somebody
think
should
of.
have had to reboot their phone.
I don't know if he had a favorite song.
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
He didn't listen to compa because you know it's just not of
Wait.
God. I don't think he had a favorite song. I'll say that, but he definitely. I don't think I've ever even heard Dad sing. I think when we used to do the
I don't think
devotion,
he's ever sing either.
I don't think he sang.
Dang, does that have a singing voice?
I don't know, because I know he just be you know, like he'll hum, but whatever.
Somebody
What
said you
question?
didn't answer the question. D asked the question.
So remember,
the trait thing.
The trait thing,
Oh, okay.
because Ernest answered.
Yeah.
Didn't answer my question. Okay, it was your turn, and that's when you said.
That's a tough though. That's a tough one.
What traits?
Yeah. Bro, you can cheat right now.
Well, I can say, maybe fashion. The fashion, like, Dad always try to be swagged out.
Dad swagger dagger, bro.
What else is there?
But I think she said.
Who you saying?
It's a trait.
She said not
Trait.
about ourselves.
No, about ourselves through like that we see.
So a trait of dad that you see in Girly
Is
and a trait of dad that you see in me.
yeah.
Because when we
Shelby.
said it at first, she
with
was
the
like, "No,
suits.
not within ourselves." So like.
So you're saying I'm Shelby or Girly Shelby?
Both of y'all.
Oh,
They're both fresh.
Okay.
I'm always looking like a bum, so
Wait a minute.
I don't want to talk about it.
Not really, because you got a whole wife, so you couldn't be looking bummish.
They barely can focus, LOL. They have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Dang, Tia. We can't focus.
What is your
Girl, we
favorite
all can.
catchphrase that your pops used to say? Man,
Bon cadeau. That's
mine
insane.
is me faire reste pour me comprendre.
Yeah.
Pas qu'à comprendre.
Y'all was bad. Deanna's gonna be waiting for this answer.
Oh
y'all.
yeah. Well,
You gotta
Ricardo,
go
go
back.
ahead.
I already said Shelby. That's
Uh-huh.
both of y'all. What else is there? Who was that? It was.
I would say sense of humor with both of you guys. Dad had an amazing sense of humor, and you have to pay attention to probably
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, you got down the head.
yeah.
That's my wife, by the way. That's my
Tia
wife.
got that on point. Well,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yes, he could. They both couldn't say that.
Yeah.
They're Teenage Mutant Turtle, and what they're trying to say is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
We used to say
Yeah.
slow for them that way.
Mhm.
Teenage, they say teenage,
You know, they-
mutant.
my dad. Let me see. Y'all said his catchphrase. Y'all said
Yeah.
for me, it was just, oh, Gelly.
Mhm.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
the
T-Boy.
Yep.
Oh, James.
Always.
Oh, okay, see, like he's
Mm.
always surprised whenever you call him, and he'll be like, "Oh, Ernest is calling me." Like, hey, daddy. Oh, T-Boy. It's just, just like that. Oh, most older.
By the way, we all had our own nicknames. I was.
Chance, no. We ain't got time for no. We're not talking about no
You already
nicknames.
know the spring water.
Oh,
is
it's
all-
No,
Zephyr
we're talking
Hills,
about no
baby.
nicknames.
All
Zephyr
day.
Spring
Hills.
water.
There's no question.
Spring
We're
water.
all across
Hills.
the table.
We're spring water. We're just
All
spring,
spring water.
water.
Spring water, baby.
Unfortunately, my house is divided. My wife likes that bleach water.
Wait a minute.
Goya. That's
that's
no,
Tia.
she likes
Tia.
purified water.
Hey, Cookie.
Mountain
Water.
Wow.
I think that's spring. Maybe, right? That's
Yeah, I
always
was
spring.
saying.
Yeah, spring.
Zephyr Hills.
Pure
all day.
Bobby,
fried.
why you still friends with
No,
Bobby?
no,
I'm
Bob,
about to
Pure,
stop.
purified tastes like water with
Bleach.
soap.
Bleach. And you
Soap.
know they add the
And-
vitamins in there so it smells good.
Spring
it don't
is,
They
smell
actually
spring
have
is
ingredients
natural.
in water.
Yes,
Come
it
on.
should not have ingredients.
Babe, I love you though. I love you,
So
babe.
purified
But, you know,
negative.
we're a house divided with this water stuff. My water is just pure. Yours is, added sodium and
Before I
Well,
forget,
theirs is
before I
purified.
forget, the people that came over Sunday after the funeral,
Bamakua Kremas.
I never drink. I never drink. To this day, I
I
never
do
drink.
Babaku anyways. Yeah.
I'm the only one that don't drink, so
Second one, please.
I don't
Second
drink
one.
either.
yes,
But
you can now.
Babaku.
Again, I am the rebel, so I drink.
Ooh, somebody said they love our show, and when is the next one?
Oh,
I agree. Like,
I'm telling
To
you, I
do-
told
to
y'all
do-
we should come back.
we're gonna talk about that again.
no,
I
we can talk
told
about
you you should
anything
come
in
up.
general. There's so much that we can say. I appreciate that comment, you guys, tremendously. Especially, it's still 30 people still hanging on.
can't
by
Sorry,
a
but that
thread.
8-star tastes like tar, or like the stuff you clean.
Sidebar. This
toilet
this
with.
is helping us a lot. This is a serious sidetrack.
Tap
For
with his
us.
cousins.
I know you did not call us no tap
Yeah.
water cousins.
It's like tap water cousin. Oh
Look,
my
Zephyr
god,
Hills-
bro.
Zephyr Hills is more expensive than the other crap. Okay, if
Oh,
you can't
shoot.
afford it, just say it. Okay.
Oh shoot.
What is your
bro.
favorite ice cream from the ice cream truck?
Oh, chocolate
Choco,
eclair,
Choco,
bro.
Taco,
Choco taco.
Taco,
yeah.
Taco.
Mine was a chocolate eclair. Choco taco was good.
I appreciate it,
Strawberry
Jonathan.
shortcake. Before I forget, we appreciate this right now because,
Oh,
like I said, this
man.
is a great distraction for us because, like I said, when we go home, we
It's
got
real.
the kids or whatever, and then we go in that bed and we go to sleep. Our significant other is knocked out. The kids are knocked out. Man, we're thinking.
It's
We're
real.
up thinking.
Yeah.
Like my mom is sick right now. I mean, she was so bad yesterday or whatnot. So you guys uplifting us like this, listening to our silly antics and jokes or whatever, we appreciate it tremendously. Like I said, y'all still on here, and like I said, we will
Yo,
talk.
we got
Shoot.
29 strong.
So we're gonna go. Yes, we are super corny. Oh my god, it is crazy. We're like the corniest.
Remember that song we sang
siblings.
for Girly years ago?
Oh my god! When I
Oh,
moved away to Orlando, thank you, Vita, for calling us corny. That gave us the segue to Orlando.
Who's your favorite cousin? All right, Andy.
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know if you just answered
Next
that.
episode.
yeah, I think you tried to.
Sneaker collections. No, I don't have them anymore.
Ooh, sneaker collection.
Sneaker
What
collection.
sneakers y'all wearing
Who put
today?
that? Oh
What's
no,
the
no, no! You don't want to see what she's wearing today.
Y'all gonna be like, what are those?
She wearing J's. She
I
actually
got
wearing
my
some retro.
Jordans, my
She got some
retros.
retro.
What? Ernest, you didn't even have to.
And-
You didn't have
oh,
to.
I actually got name brand. It's Under Armour.
These are some Sperry's, guys.
Thank you. My mom is
Sperry's.
slowly getting better. Somebody say
Sperry's.
boat shoes.
Hey, you know
I
it.
got the.
Oh
it.
man.
A little dusty.
Alrighty. Somebody asked our favorite ice cream. Oh, we already answered that.
Favorite ice cream.
Y'all did not have to take your shoes off.
Well, yeah, you're right, but I mean, I don't know if I did this.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm not.
I
Girl, you
did
just
this.
wanted to show off.
I sure did.
Ernest
sure
got
did.
black
Black
banana
banana
boat.
boat.
All right, Andy. Dog.
So,
All right, Andy.
Andy, why you not on your phone? Why you
Yeah,
hopping on Mish now, phone?
uh-huh.
You got us thinking that's Mish not
So
talking
you don't want
like
us to have
that.
the receipts.
Uh-huh.
Y'all look like y'all at peace.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's peace knowing
That
that he's
not
good,
suffering
he's not
anymore.
suffering. But I'm selfish.
Mhm.
I can be selfish, right? I still need them.
Yeah.
I do. I
No.
do too. I
still
do.
need them.
It like Kendra just said, it is a process.
Yeah.
And like I said, with you guys, Andy is sleeping. With you guys, like I said, with you guys doing this with us, like I said, it's
Andy's
the
asleep, yeah,
perfect
sure.
Okay.
distraction. It just shows us right now at 10:23 that you guys are still hanging on with us, listening to our banter and antics and silly ways or
sis.
whatever. We're relatively close. You know, me and my siblings were always close. That's how my mom and my dad
We're so
always
close
wanted
that
it.
we bought houses less than
Yes.
2 miles apart from each
Yes,
other.
yes, terribly close. Like
Terribly
Uh,
close.
we literally live right. If anybody been to our houses
Was it
before,
Southgate, Atlantic,
and
and
then
Sample
sample, and
Yeah.
we're all on
on
Rock,
Rock
Island.
Island?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, like all of our kids play together. You know, Ricardo kids are in my house right now. Lord, thank you to the both the people that's watching my kids, Mata and Elodie. Thank you so much. I know those kids are driving y'all crazy, and I know your kids are probably in bed.
They knocked
They're
out.
they're disciplined.
Yeah.
My
kids should be
my,
so good.
my kids. No, if we go on the camera right now,
Not
I don't know.
KK's still awake. Hey,
KK,
KK, how you
They
KK.
doing?
probably watching it.
Like, they're talking about me. They're talking about me.
Yeah, KK. Let me look.
Yup.
That's Winter.
Wow, that's
That-
Winter.
the
Who's this
kids are-
laying down right here? Is that
That's
James?
Elodie.
That's Elodie?
James is playing basketball. So our
Got it.
kids on the camera, y'all can't see it, but
They're literally watching.
oh, they're
us on-
watching us. Hey girls, hey y'all. Hi Elodie. Hi KK. Hi Winter. Hi Izzy.
Oh,
Hey,
she
y'all.
went back.
Hey.
Yo, that's crazy.
So they're literally watching us right now. But it's
Got
hard.
12
It's
siblings. They were
super hard. But like I said, we try to keep each other grounded by remembering, you know, all these things. And like I said, you guys help tremendously, especially like asking questions.
Cool favorite candy.
Once again, keeping up with our corny ways.
What's
All
favorite
right.
candy? Twizzlers, bro. Bro, Twizzlers.
Does that count as candy? Maybe it
Yeah.
does.
Is that who?
Does
Twizzlers
it count as candy?
is
Mhm.
a lifesaver.
I think
You ever did a drive and got sleepy and chewed on some Twizzlers?
you can
bro?
chew for
You
days.
can chew Twizzlers for days
Yeah.
and you're gonna make it to whatever your destination is. So I'm on Twizzlers, bro.
I'm more of a Twix or Snickers. Maybe Twix.
Reese's.
My favorite candy.
Oh gosh. Andy.
Oh yeah.
What did he say?
The
Northeast.
gust of wind versus
the hurricanes.
hurricanes.
versus
The gust of wind versus
We love you too, Jody. You got the good kid. Ernest had the good kids.
yeah, they actually
What is
sleep.
it? What is it?
Kendra said you got the good kids.
Oh yeah.
Lionel said you got 12 siblings. Good God Almighty.
They would tear up Broward County for years if they did that, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's no words, man.
Yeah, like
No
we
words.
said, because we had to. It's like when somebody say you have cancer, right? They like you have 10 days to live, 30 days. They'll tell you 4 or 5 months, whatever. Because they told us the situation at hand. Like I
It
said,
was
Monday was the
easier.
worst day, but because we knew how bad he was suffering, he smiled. He was, you know, he let the kids do whatever, you know what I'm saying, while we were here with him or whatever. But we knew deep down, like when he talked to us, like how much pain, he said, you don't wish this on anybody. Like it made us feel bad. Selfishly, we still wanted him here, but knowing that he wasn't gonna get any better. Like I said at the funeral, we may look okay. Oh, well, we're not. But once again, we have people out there watching. You know, we got those 6 individuals that were his grandkids that are watching faithfully, as you saw on the camera.
Only 4 of them.
You know what? 2 of them are sleeping. Yeah, so it's
They're
like
good
we
children.
try our hardest to be strong. I know it's okay to let it out sometimes, but like I said, we don't want to scare them. But sometimes it doesn't feel real because we don't live with our parents anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it just feels like he's home. He's with my mom, you know, just
We'll
chilling
see
at
him
home.
tomorrow.
We'll see him
tomorrow.
We'll see him tomorrow. We'll talk to him tomorrow.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's the good thing, like I said. But if it was a different situation where boom, it happened and we didn't even get a chance to say bye and talk, and that would have been devastating.
Yeah.
Or if he was murdered,
That's not what
shot,
he was doing.
or you know, whatever the case may be, you know. So that's the only way we're getting through. But the last those 8 days, no good. No good. Like
Not
you had
fun
to
at all.
force us to eat, get up, you know what I'm saying?
Them cookies though,
At
FTW.
General.
Those cookies.
Yeah, those
at
cookies.
Broward County.
Question, favorite
Okay.
candy. So yeah, Twizzlers.
You didn't say yours.
My favorite definitely is Twizzler. I love Twizzlers.
So I'm the only oddball.
Um,
Got it.
so that's candy. Yeah, I think that's the only
Chocolate.
candy I like. Chocolate is hard.
Mine is chocolate. If it's going to was chocolate Snickers. I'll tear up a
Mommy's
Snickers
favorite
bar.
is Snickers.
I'll tear up a Snickers.
Yeah, I'll do
Mommy's
Snickers.
is Snickers.
Kit Kat. Oh, I can do Kit Kat all
Julian
day.
has 4 girl cousins and 1 sister. We should pray for him.
Oh, he ain't got to worry soon.
So
ain't
it
gotta
says,
worry.
does the passing of our dad give us a new perspective on life?
Yeah, take care of yourself.
It does, in the sense of for me, a lot of my friends who haven't been close to their father or mother, they were like, just seeing us, be strong, try to be strong. It helps them to try to build a relationship, find their mom, find their dad. Because like when I was posting my dad, it was confusing for people because when I was posting him, it was his birthday, right? And I like to post for a good amount of time or whatever. And then until that Monday came, the post continued or whatever. That's when somebody found out that something was wrong. They put 2 and 2 together before I even wrote anything. But needless to say, our perspective, like I said, is like death is coming regardless. But like I said, with this one, we had an opportunity to accept it. I'll say that.
To answer your question, Andy,
Blue ice.
pina colada.
Blue ice.
Rich soda. Oh, you said blue ice.
Yeah.
Mine was definitely pina colada. You used to put that bad boy in the freezer,
Yeah.
and let it just
love blue ice.
slightly freeze and just shake it up.
If you know me, I didn't drink soda. I didn't care for it. Jessica Gustava. The way you interact with each other are amazing. Boston and your mom did an amazing job. I love you guys. I got from Jack. Oh, thank you. Hello, I got. Thank you from Jacksonville. Yes, we've always been close. You knew Ernest. You knew Ricardo. You knew Ricardo. You knew Girlie.
Technically, you knew Girlie and you know Ricardo. And
You just happened to be in the middle.
It was like, I'm in the street. Somebody, I don't know. Hey, you look familiar. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, you're Joe? Like, no. I said, you know Girlie? Like, nah. You know Ricardo? Yeah. I'm his brother. Oh, yeah. That's how it was. No one knew me.
I remember we went to Denny's a while back, and I'm just waiting in line with Caleb, and I don't know who else was there. We're just chilling, and I seen a flash.
Oh, wow, Navita. Oh.
I was like, what? Did that dude? It was a dude.
It was
like,
what happened?
Some random dude
took a picture of me.
Him.
But I'm like, nah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Ain't no way no dude, just random dude taking a picture of me.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I get a text message 3 seconds later. You had Girlie asked me, where you at? I said, oh, I'm at Denny's. Like, oh, my friend just saw you. I was like, oh my God, I seen him take a picture of me.
Mm-hmm.
He literally took a picture of me because he like, you look just like your brother.
Your brother?
Well, to her.
Oh, okay.
Or your brother look like you.
They don't know me. Anyways.
You're adopted, though.
I think so.
I don't know if it's Andy accent.
It's definitely Andy.
When you guys rode the bikes around the block, who would be the first one around? That's probably you guys. I was bourgeois. I didn't ride the bike with you guys.
I would probably. I mean, I was.
He want to say it was him because he rode a bike with y'all too.
Tony.
Tony, yes. Tony, you definitely.
When it used to
that.
rain, bro, and we used to get on the puddles, and all you had was just line of dirt and water.
You remember you used to stick like a card or something?
Yes. Or play. What we used to play? We used to play kickball in the front yard.
Obstacle course.
Oh
man.
Football. Those were the days.
So growing up, we grew up with Andy, Mishna, definitely Tony, Nicole. This, like the people in our neighborhood was the same. Andy,
yo, we had the Nissan Maxima. We had the Forerunner.
There was a Capri.
The Capri was the first one.
The first one.
Ooh, I used to love that car, man.
How many we had 3 RAV4s. 3 RAV4s, yeah. We had the
Honda, both Hondas, the 9500 and 98.
You're not Honda.
Yeah,
Lincoln LS. You can't forget about the Lincoln
LS. You can't forget about that.
Can't forget about the Lincoln LS.
And I had the Nissan Altima. And then the BMW. Rest in peace to my BMW stick shift. 6 gear. Yes, you taught me how to drive stick shift.
Because Ricardo taught me.
Land Rover, Tesla, big baller. Let me get
Right
it
now I
all.
drive a
the Lancer.
the
My Lancer.
the
Oh yeah, you
That's
did have
my
the
baby,
I used to
Lancer.
man.
Yeah.
love the Lancer.
Rest in
man.
peace. That's my baby right there, man.
Let's say, I'll be crazy. Yes, we used together growing up. Growing up, it was rest in peace to Nissan Maxima.
We revisit this one.
Yeah, how many times you guys asked Billy for sandwich meat? Cookies.
Andy, you got good memory. So,
Andy's going through.
Bruh.
so, like I said, Andy and Mishna used to be with us on the weekend. Tony used to be
Oh,
our
man.
neighbor, so that's why they know so much about us. So my mom used to buy food or whatever, and like lunch meat,
She's gonna give
ham,
us $20.
$20 to go to Winn Dixie.
Winn-Dixie.
$20 used to get us bread, cheese, ham, big
cookies,
60 cookies,
Big 60
juice,
cookies, a thing of
juice,
juice.
juice, chips.
We used to be like 2, 4, 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we used to
yeah.
divide it by 4.
So we used to divide it by 4 because Kathleen used to live with us as well. So with that pack of ham, everybody had 2 ham. You got the rows of big 60. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't drink juice or soda, so they would steal my juice, and I take forever to eat whatever, and they would take my stuff. Hence why Andy talking about some. How many times you guys ask girls? They used to just take my stuff.
Just take
eat.
it. Girl used to just sit there and wait till the end of life.
It'll be like 2 weeks later. Ooh, let me make a sandwich.
Check soda.
Yo,
But
King
big
Vitamin
King
cereal.
Vitamin cereal. Damn.
Kathleen is our cousin. That's my dad's niece. So my dad, brother, daughter. So that's his that's our cousin, but we used to call her sister. Lionel. He said he thought that was our sister. Nickelodeon. I have a lot of shows on Nickelodeon. I used to like Are You Afraid of the Dark? Rugrats. I used to like Gullah Gullah Island.
What was it?
What's that, the green looking thing?
Rocket Power.
Oh, Rocket Power.
What is that?
What? Oh my God!
The skaters from Hawaii. Squid. Oh man. What I used to like off of that.
What's it called? Ren and Stimpy.
Video games.
You already know it's me.
Between me and Ricardo.
You already know it's me. Who asked that question?
Bobby.
Oh yeah, you already know.
I would love to stay on, but
no, man! You could have left about 36 minutes.
You last a good minute.
Cartoon
Thank
Network.
you.
I didn't do much.
Nah, I wasn't big on Cartoon
Network.
Misha used to watch Cartoon Network all the time.
Who used to watch Dexter?
We definitely was on Disney.
Oh yeah, bro.
Disney movie.
Disney was
I like all the princess.
My cousin Skeeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Kendra, we appreciate you.
The black guys. Oh,
good night.
Gosh. And he used to lie to us.
Hey,
all the
cousin
time.
Val, I didn't even know you was on here. Hey.
Oh,
good night. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The famous Jet Jackson.
Oh, the famous. That only lasted like.
I know because
he looked like Andy.
I didn't even get to say the Sunday thing because Kendra's about to leave.
What's the Sunday thing?
No, when everybody came over Sunday, we had a good time. We was playing the games. What is it?
Floor's Lava and stuff?
No, I'm talking about this Sunday, the card thingy. Gestures or whatever. Something. So we had a great time. I do a lot of game nights at my house. So Sunday it was hard because it was the funeral the day prior. But Sunday a lot of people came to our house and we had a game night or whatever. So I think it was Gestures. We played Gestures with cousin David from we had great. It was
21.
Yeah, yes, it's time for them to go. So let me see what video games that was y'all. Cartoon Network.
What is
Disney for
Haitian song about? Oh gosh, Andy.
Shuka.
What's my favorite Haitian song about? I don't know. What song is this?
I thought that was
I like almost anything from Class.
What's your favorite Lecrae song?
That's Lecrae.
Definitely would be
Gestures. Yes, thank you, Auntie Jessica. Haitian song. I don't have.
Waste Your Life, Waste My Life is probably the best song. My favorite song from Lecrae.
From Lecrae.
It's still on my MySpace page.
Dang.
You got MySpace.
Yeah.
I didn't have a favorite. I liked a lot of songs, but maybe I would say Man,
Jordan shoe. Oh man, the
7th.
I
my
like
No.
favorite.
7. Oh, your all-time favorite? Don't tell me. No, the foam pops was the electric blues. I remember
my
that.
favorite Jordans are
What is my
13s and
My favorite,
definitely
like,
12. Jordan
number?
12s and 13s.
Or my favorite
Retro.
Shoe
shoe.
of all time.
Oh my
Olympic
gosh.
sevens?
See.
That's a good one.
Olympic 7s or
Might as well be It's Getting Late, but remix live. It's Getting Late by what's this thick man name? It's getting
Dang,
late. Let
I'm
me
trying
see
to think
what's
of
his
what shoe.
name.
but how's going up to 25 now?
What's my favorite Jordan shoe, Ricardo?
I
Oh,
thought
J
sevens.
Beats. The remix
Space
though. It's
Jams.
Getting Late.
Oh, the
remix.
Space Jam. Oh, you know what else you had? That you really liked?
Ooh.
What was it?
Hold on. It says if you guys could have any superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility.
But then you gotta get naked.
Oh, I did that
Your
one.
clothes won't be invisible.
Oh, that's true.
Be able to read people's mind.
No,
Oh,
that's
that's bad.
bad. That's bad. I don't want that.
Unless you can you
They
turn it
They
off?
said, "What
Crazy.
did
Can
you
you turn
want?
it off?
Not what you want.
Yeah,
what
that's another
you
question. Can
want."
you turn off? It has to have a weakness.
You gotta answer the question because we have more questions.
A cousin that could have been. Oh God, Andy.
We have
What
a
you said?
cousin that could have been in the NBA. Sure, Andy, maybe you. Yes.
Remember, he had a plan to score
I
30
probably would
points
go crazy. Let me see.
or 27.
I think I would fly.
Fly. I don't know. How many
I would
birds?
fly.
How many birds you would run into? I don't know.
I mean, where's some
Superpower.
dollars?
Maybe.
I'll fly. I'll
maybe.
fly.
Maybe like to heal people, like Ernest and the snoring and the farting, heal him
Wow.
from that. You know, like that, like the power to heal.
Wow,
You know, maybe
sirs.
that the power to heal. 'cause-
Jessica would love you if you had that power. If you could
Yeah,
stop the snoring.
that snore.
That's bad.
And those farts.
I'll be
Those
calling
fools.
everybody in my snores. Everybody be coming through.
Do we have the video? The
No,
audios.
nope.
The audios of you snore.
It broke.
So next.
All right.
Next.
That's Ricardo. What did you say?
I
You
didn't
do?
say one. I don't know, man.
Our house was
Telekinesis.
Oh, that'll be dope. Telekinesis. Yeah. You know what? Maybe
Yes, we definitely had
I would
cable.
like to
cable
just
in our
teleport.
rooms, yes.
Teleport.
Yeah.
Teleportation. Yep.
But you
teleport.
lose a limb every time.
Cookie,
you
which
do
one would you?
it.
Which one would you want to have? What superpower would you want to have, Cookie?
How many mango trees did you have, girl? All right.
We had 3.
Including your next door neighbor, 17.
We had 3.
Oh no! I hope Caleb not on.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Huh. I think a hot dog's a sandwich.
No, because usually it's one on top of the.
It doesn't
put
matter.
in a bun.
But you can
You put a
cut it.
burger. Is a burger a sandwich? No, it's a burger.
So what do you call a hot dog? A hot dog?
I'll drop
It's
it in
a
the
hot dog.
chat. What's going on in the chat? You want to teleport and skip TSA line? That's amazing.
Oh,
Yes,
that's a really
yes.
good one. Skip the TSA lines.
Yes.
That's a super.
You gotta get clear or TSA. what's it
Deanna
called?
says you had or check a message. Was there another question you had for us, Deanna?
She said, "I'm
I
getting
would
out of
love
here."
Mm-hmm.
I think a hot dog's a sandwich.
There you
I don't
go.
care.
Is tomato a fruit? Fruit.
Or a vegetable.
All right.
It is a
Or
fruit.
vegetables. A fruit. I'm almost 40 and my eyelids are getting heavy. This was dope, but I have to run. Thank you,
Thank you,
Deanna,
Deanna.
because I know you
Appreciate
got to
it.
go work out and you're going to work. Thank you. Yes, tomato is definitely a fruit.
Yes, it's
We
a fruit.
appreciate
'Cause
you
it has
so much
yes.
and your amazing questions.
Yes.
Deanna, thank you for every morning text messages. I
It is
appreciate it.
not
The
going
phone
below
calls.
20.
Thank you.
What
What's
is
your favorite ride at the amusement park? I'm a chicken. I don't like rides.
Guazi.
So anything that's safe.
Guazi, bro? Cheetah.
They hurt.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't like rides on.
No,
I'll go with
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
I died 3 times on there. No, thank you. Nope.
Are aliens real?
Negative.
No.
Negative.
That one's hey,
Is
Caleb
that-
heard you say 17.
17.
Oh my goodness.
Huh?
Like I said.
Out of jalapeno bites, large cups, low on crispy chicken.
All right, aliens real.
The incontinence.
I gotta see the evidence for aliens, man.
Let's see. I would like to thank you guys again. When I was having a rough time at home, you guys made your boy feel safe. Thank you for all. JP,
Yep.
is there?
Shit.
Oh, y'all.
Man.
I'm almost 40. My eyelids.
I'm good, but I do gotta work in the morning.
I'm
Gotta
getting
chop off
heavy.
Isabel.
This was dope. I agree.
And my house have the most kids.
Yeah, I
Y'all
gotta
gonna
go
come
pick up
get
them.
these kids?
Okay.
Okay. So thank you, man. Y'all the GOAT 23 hanging, y'all hung in there. I don't know who the 23s are. Like I said, it's just the ones that I see here. But you guys,
Appreciate you all.
this helped a lot for us to able to tell what went on. Like I said, at the funeral, it wasn't really a more so of a
Can't do
story
live
for
chat?
us. So we just wanted to just come on here and just have a set dialogue and just talk to you guys and talk about, you know, what we experienced and what led up to, you know, how he passed or whatnot. And even though we didn't go into to specific details of my dad specifically, you know, I think we just stopped in certain points because we know we will break down and cry. So we had to make sure that we add our jokes and just insert just some certain things about him. So even though it wasn't 100% like his livelihood and stuff like that, but we just wanted you guys to know because of him, we have this closeness, we have this these personalities and these character traits with us. Like we said, we live super close to each other, and we always hang out. We absolutely love each other, you know. And I'm just happy that we're not one of those, you know, kids that fight for money or land or property or anything crazy like that. Or you know, when that is gone, this is that. Nah. Like we focus on our mom. Whatever money that was given, hey, my mom. You know, whatever is left, for my mom, you know, like that was our main thing. We, you know, because we have each other to console and talk to. We have our significant others, we have our siblings, but my mom is just her. Special thanks to my aunties and uncles that was there for my mom. Jesus Christ.
Jonas.
Uncle Jonas, Auntie Mani's,
Uncle
Uncle
Enoch.
Enoch, Uncle Evans,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Auntie Tata. Yeah, I mean, all of these people, Auntie Mama, Pagan, all of them. I mean, the list goes on. You guys understand, they were at my mom's side every step of the way. And I tell you, I appreciate it.
Go to sleep, Andy. Go get some
Andy,
juice.
you will be Beyonce. You'll be Beyonce, Andy. You'll be
Oh
Beyonce.
shit.
I would tune in if you guys
Who
go live
delicious,
again.
y'all?
Yeah, a few people asked me separately. I don't know if they wanted to be on there. If we were to go live again. I think honestly, for our mental health, that would help a lot. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you guys honestly give us hope. You know what I mean? You guys are making us stronger, you know, because like I said, we may look okay, but once we turn off this Lord, like we're not good, you know what I'm saying? But having you guys just talk to us and just listen to our crazy banters and antics and
Who will be
silly,
Michelle?
crazy, goofy jokes,
I'll be Michelle.
it helps tremendously. I was gonna be Michelle, but okay, I'll take
You be Beyonce.
no, I want
Yeah,
to be
you're in the
Beyonce.
middle right now,
Oh,
so you gotta be
I
Beyonce.
don't want to be
Who
Beyonce.
delicious, y'all, for your baby.
All this.
I don't think you got it for your baby. I don't think
I ain't even gonna try that. I ain't even
You're
gonna try.
not gonna try to
That's why
dance.
you're gonna be
Yeah.
Kelly.
No, Michelle, the one who be falling, and then she only get a little. That's
Romans
it.
15:13.
Thank you.
Oh, Andy
So
Petty,
I don't
man.
know who's gonna be Michelle, but I'll be the other one.
You'll be the other one.
Kelly, I'll be Kelly. Yeah.
Wait.
Here. See you in the morning. Yes, I'll see you at work, Jere. You don't forget, we're going to North Carolina. North Carolina. Can you pack us some snacks? Oh, game night. Yes. When? Yes. When do you want to do this game night, Jere? We are ready for you. Can you pack me some snacks tomorrow too, please? I'll text you what I want. Okay. Because the airlines, you know,
Your time to be coming.
but thank you guys. Seriously, we will do another live. A lot of people text us privately, and you guys are amazing who did text directly. We will, because like I said, this helped tremendously. Tremendously. This is how we are all the time. Seriously. For real.
Except for when we're sleeping.
What you see is what you see. Wait.
Thank you for the snacks.
Yeah.
Yes. So
all right, guys.
we're
Thanks
gonna
again.
let you guys go.
We're gonna literally turn off this time.
Who are the 22 people?
You
Where
gotta go
can
to
you
the
see
right
the
and
thing?
put participant.
Let's see.
But it don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. The same that many people, unless they look like 5 different devices.
Oh,
I
okay.
doubt
Gotcha.
it.
Whoa.
You let me know. You don't
Wait,
know.
I'm by way. I'm coming back in.
What?
I don't see the chat no more.
Oh,
What
the
did
chat
you
went
do?
away?
Did you break it?
Did we turn off live? No.
No, we're still live.
Go back to back.
Go to the back.
Whoa, but I feel.
What you do?
Oh no.
You blocking it?
Ah,
Oh,
there it
there it
is.
goes.
I just had to say hello.
Not
Ricardo.
Ricardo. If
Oh,
Someone
somebody
give you
gave me
$5 to
$5
take a shot. Would you? Nope. Because she would lose her job.
Yeah, I would lose my job. I'll drink one day, right, with my husband. I'll drink one day with my husband.
On vacation.
Oh,
Why
Caleb-
you gotta do all that? I'll drink
Caleb
one
said
day.
he's number 17, by the way.
Number 17
Yes.
for what?
Out of the 20, well, now
Out of
24.
24,
Wow.
He's number 17.
Wow.
I just wanted you guys to know, and so.
Bloopers. He said we're still live. We had a few bloopers before when we had press start because we were like, how does this go?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you.
We had a lot of bloopers. Like
That's why we
why
got
we had to erase the link. Yo, we had to erase.
Yeah.
We had to erase. Not we. They had to erase. The link.
Oh, okay.
They had to erase
And
the
your
link because
husband.
my husband and Ricardo.
I wasn't here yet.
You just see stuff in the air and just
Waving
it,
it like
it
you
was
just don't care.
It was
Hey.
terrible.
Really
Terrible. I need my little water.
All
He
right.
said we still live.
Okay, now
I'll take shot one day.
Okay, we unlive now. Bye guys. Thank
All
you.
Good
right.
night.
Appreciate it
Good
for
night.
coming through.
Appreciate you guys. And stream.
Wait,
Your
you
stream
still
will
here?
stop immediately, and you will no longer be live.
Is that true? Goodbye. Love you.
Love you guys. Good
Apple or
night.
Android?
Android.
Android. Hey.